Welcome back, welcome back. I know you missed, know you missed. Man, speed. Oh, that's perfect product placement. Bow. You see what they don't and say what they want.
This is unofficial business.
Roll Tide, fellas. Yeah, no, you guys just hit it in the nail. I've never really seen this Bama team at least in a long time, man. That just they're just anxious. I mean, Will Anderson said it. They had a lot of anxiety. They were nervous, and Nick Saban's like, where was the chanting? Where's the excitement? And right now it's crazy because a lot of these guys were on that 2020 national championship team. There's no alphas. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, like I said, we got Will Anderson. We got a lot of these guys, but there's no like there's not that one person, man, that you can go up to and you can say, listen, man, we got to get it together. We got to get it rolling. And so that's the concern. And in a way, it makes sense from the Texas game, how we start off with these penalties, the Arkansas game, and notice the 4 games which are quote unquote our toughest games, we had over 15 plus penalties in each and one of those games, and it makes sense now with the anxiety, with everything going on so far. We're lacking that alpha mentality right now, and we got to try to get it back. We got to try to get it back as soon as possible, man, because we're going in our toughest stretch.
And one thing to be that's a great point. And guess what? Everybody think it's just gonna change overnight. You ain't finna go from making 15 penalties, 17 penalties a game to just 3 a game. It won't happen. We're gonna have to deal with this the rest of the year.
Absolutely, coach.
Watch.
Jared hit it on the
I'm
head.
telling you.
It just don't make sense, like you said. And these a couple games that have also been close in the biggest games, it's just been minor situations that have led to a bigger cause in the score or at least the atmosphere of the game. You start off the game with a block in the back right on the kickoff. Like we
Out
can't
the
just be
gate.
doing that straight out the gate.
Out the gate.
Some penalties, holding, it happens. But those false starts and delay of games, those mental errors are killing,
Exactly. And this is why I
killing them.
say, I'm not about to talk about the refs. Because guess what? They got a job to do. And they come and listen. Let me tell you what they do. Before they even start the game, they look at the film, they get the stats and everything on Alabama. Guess what they know? University of Alabama football team is ranked 12th in penalties. So let's keep an eye out for what they're going to do on the field. They're going to commit a lot of penalties. So let's watch the holding. Let's watch the pass interference. Let's watch a lot of the offside stuff. They're going to do it. Just be prepared for it. So the play by Malachi Moore, everybody said, oh, that wasn't pass interference. It wasn't. It wasn't. But guess what? We do it so much that they on top of it. They gonna throw the flag anyway. It looked like it because that's Alabama. That's what they do. A thief gonna always get accused for stealing if that's what he known for.
Well, y'all done got Coach Nitty hot tonight. I love it.
So my thing is this: them refs, it ain't on them. We got to take the game from the refs. Go in and do what you're supposed to do. Dominate. It ain't on Bill O'Brien either. Everybody talk about the play calling. Some of it, yeah, true. Pete Golden, true. Some of it. But your players got to make plays. On that last drive, everybody say we should have ran the ball. True enough, first down, run. Second down, pass. Unless if the run ain't open. Them guys was blitzing everybody, like Nick Saban said. They blitzing. So what was open was the pass.
It sure was.
Gibbs, you got to catch that ball. You had a great game, but in big moments like that, you got to make that play. No reason for you not to catch that ball because it was open. We wouldn't be talking about Bill O'Brien play calling if he had caught that ball, and wondering why we're not running the ball if he had caught that ball. Same thing with Bird. Why are you running a post when this man clearly came to the line, saw that it was another all-out blitz, and checked to you, hey, run a slant? I'm pretty sure y'all done practiced this so much that in all-out blitzes, man coverage, what we run?
Slant.
Slant. That's a touchdown. He catch that ball. He run the slant. Not only that, it's lining. Not only that, he catches the ball. If Gibbs catch the ball, if he catch the ball, get tackled, that keeps the clock running. So they had a way of doing it too. It wasn't just, oh, that was stupid. Why we just run? Why we like just running the ball on first down and second down and third down and not get no yards if they sending all out blitzes and still make this man kick a 50-yard field goal, whether it's straight up the middle or not.
Ooh, Coach, you preaching today. You preaching. This ain't like you right here. What's going on? You all right over there?
I don't take L's, man. I don't take L's lightly, bro. I bleed this Alabama Crimson, bro. I've been a fan since '92. David Palmer was my idol.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I fell in love with this shit. And for them boys to come out there and stink the field up like that shit's sickening, man.
Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Coach. That was.
And I be wondering. I was talking to a couple of the former players, and I'm like, bro, y'all can't go talk to these boys. Fuck sending goddamn Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Forget sending all these other players, all these guys who ain't got no part of this, don't know nothing about it, just coming in and get a check to talk to these players. Why y'all boys don't go back down there and talk? And a lot don't get what they say. We ain't get that. Bro, we came into this Bama thing and realized really what it was all about. These guys don't care no more. We're going to get all these 5-stars from around the country. Guess what? They don't care about that. They just want to come here and play, get started, get on the field, go to the league. Nick Saban, get me to the league. But what that Bama tradition mean? What it mean to throw them foes up? Discipline is one of them foes that y'all throw up.
That's tough, Coach.
So if a lot of them former players saying, man, we didn't get that, which I understand where they're coming from. We didn't get that. So why I'm going back to talk to these boys? They better get it together themselves. We had to get it together ourselves. True enough, but guess what? This different times now, man. In 2009, when Mark Ingram won that championship, a lot of these boys was in Pampers. Little kids. 2008, 2007. They don't know that grind.
Yeah,
they probably doing everything. They probably doing the 110s and stuff just like they was doing back then, but it's different.
So you saying the whole atmosphere is just different, Coach?
The way them boys playing out there and what they showing out there is totally different from what I saw back in 09, 010, 11, 012, and on up.
Yeah, you know,
we
used to seeing that.
It was cool to lose a game. We may lose one. We may lose a game. We can't win them all, but we went. We was fighting. We ain't go out there and make no 17 penalties. We ain't going out there just jump. Guys just everybody calling Peter, and the dude just wanted to take it up upon himself to try to pick the ball up and take. I guess he was gonna run. But my thing is this: if you thought somebody touched that ball, you're taught to jump on the ball. I guarantee you, Robinson ain't on the hands team on special teams. I guarantee you that. So why are you trying to pick up a ball? If Kool-Aid touched it, jump on it. I'm jumping on that ball. I can live with that. Bonehead mistakes, man. I'm hot, bro.
I see. Let's get one more in. One more.
Go ahead.
Hello, hello, roll tide.
Roll Tide. Am I on? Is this thing on?
You are on. Let's go.
So let me let you know something. First of all, I am an Alabama alumni athlete. Okay. I'm not going to say what sport, but I won some shit. Okay. So I feel like I have a little bit of a right to speak on this issue because, and I'm not quite get off my lawn about it, but I'm almost there. I agree with Coach Nitty as it relates to, the intensity not being there because, um, they don't really understand the grind. They don't understand the tradition. They don't have an appreciation for the tradition. But I have a little bit of a different take on it, and it's this. I think name and likeness, NIL, is messing everything up. And I predicted this. I said this was going to happen. I said it way before it was an official thing. I said if they start letting these 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids start getting endorsement deals and making more money than most of them have ever seen in their young lifetimes, most of them 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, their frontal lobes aren't even formed yet, okay? These are not people who can make sound decisions as it relates to life decisions, lifelong decisions, okay? And these coaches, their entire existences are dependent on 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds to do the right thing on the field, right? Like they're dependent on them to make good decisions. You totally muddy the waters and make it that much more difficult for them to make good decisions on the field, for them to be dialed in, for them to be focused, for them to be about that grind, for them to not see this just as pit stop you on the way to the NFL, but as an actual something that they should contribute to legacy wise, okay? Sci-fi. You ruin that opportunity when you were throwing this kind of money at them because now we have an unhealthy competition in a totally different way in the locker room. You now have flies in the ointment. You now have poison in the locker room because these kids are now looking at each other sideways, okay? Because somebody's running around in a Porsche with a deal with Coke or whoever, and somebody else who's, fighting for a position on the field feels like that they have just as much talent, even though most of them don't have the same amount of talent as a starter, but some of them feel like they do. So now they're looking sideways at these starters, looking sideways at these 5-stars, looking sideways at these folks with endorsement deals, and they are dogging it in other areas where it is catching up with us on the field in games. It is catching up with us in practice. It's catching up with us on Saturdays. And you can't make the kind of mistakes, the chronic mistakes. This is not an acute problem. This is a chronic problem at this point, okay? We 6 games in. We 6 games in, and we're talking about the same shit we've been talking about since game 1. Excuse my French. And I am saved, but I'm not feeling like it right now. I'm pissed. And what I'm saying is there is a problem with giving and listen, I would have been considered a 5-star in my sport, okay? My bottom line is this. If somebody would have given me money, everybody else on my team would have been looking at me crazy and dogging it and thinking, well, if I'm not going to get paid what the superstar's getting paid, why am I putting my body through this? Why am I going through all this effort? Why am I doing all this? Why don't I just dial it in, do what I need to do to meet the status quo, to get enough attention to go to a combine, get enough attention to get drafted, and just ride this wave as much as I can without really risking myself on any real level, okay? Nobody's leaving everything on the field anymore. It's not happening. And you can see the lack of intensity in attitude. You can see it in, I can see it. Athletes, game recognized game, right? We know each other. I know when I see somebody with that dog in them and when I see somebody who's dialing it in. And they are dialing it in, and I stand by my original comment that I was saying in the chat. This is a coaching problem. And the reason it's a coaching problem, coaching problem is leading to this NIL stuff, right? Coaching issues, when you have a school like Alabama where coaches are also considering it pit stop you. We used to be NFL you and head coach you. Now we're really pit stop you, right? Pit stop for players, pit stop for coaches. They ain't got to dedicate to nothing. They ain't got to be lifers. They don't have to have an all-in mentality because this is just an on-the-way pit stop to where they really want to go, the league or a head coaching job. That's the reality. And that is the blessing and the curse that has become, that the process has become. It started off as a blessing, and now it's turning into a curse because now we have transfer portal, NIL, offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators running up and in and out of here like tricks, okay? In and out of here like tricks. And we have no control over this. He can't just dial 1-800 offensive coordinator and get another one. It's not going to happen. So where are we now? We're now having this elite standard without elite people with the right mentality coming in. Talent is talent. That's pretty much a level playing field as far as talent. But it's that mindset, it's that dog, it's that killer instinct, that's the intangibles that makes us is the difference between being a champion and being a contender for a championship. I don't want to hear about the West. Why is he talking about I don't want to be hearing about win it out in the West. That's bullshit. This is not something 5 years ago Nick Saban would say. And he's right, but I'm saying he's had to resort to saying that now because this is what he's been driven to. Now he's dealing with people with a lack of fortitude, testicular fortitude. I'm going to say it. We see what they don't and say what they won't, right? I'm going to say it. This is a ballless team, okay? They need to let them drop.
Yeah, I agree with you a lot, Prince. But I don't agree with you is a lot of these players. I don't think they coming to Alabama for the coaches. They coming for one coach, Nick Saban.
One coach,
not the assistant coaches like that. We ain't worried about them. One coach, Nick Saban. But like she said, the NIL deals play a part too. They don't want to. They're probably not want to listen to. Nick Saban can't say the stuff he used to say some of the old players back in the day. I done heard some stuff Nick Saban used to say to them boys. Get them right, had you crying. But now money involved, you can't talk to a player like that no more. Key example, Najee Harris. He said Najee Harris said himself that him and Nick Saban had it out. Nick Saban said some stuff to him and he got all rowdy about it. Like, hold up, bro, you're not gonna talk to me like that. So that's the type of guys we're dealing with like that right now.
it's tough to see, Coach. I mean, I know we had this discussion before the season started as well about the NIL. Soon as now I'm all for players getting paid. You know, being a former student athlete myself, hey, you gotta go get it.
Right, but keep that dog in you though.
Gotta keep that dog in you. So just being understanding, just going out there, you gotta leave it all on the field or on the court or whatever sport you're in. And of course, we don't know. Of course, we don't know if they are putting everything out the full effort. But from what we see or what we think we see, it just doesn't seem the way. You know, like D said, the Bama Sci-Fi, it ain't the same. It ain't the same as it was.
All came and talked about it. I was gonna speak on that too. That man said, man, Bama Sci-Fi ain't what it used to be. They don't know nothing about that. You ask a player now about what's Bama Sci-Fi, he'll be like, huh? Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Hall who came on and spoke with us. He definitely mentioned that, like you said, Coach.
The boys they making the standard look bad right now, bro. And it ain't about the win. It ain't about losing. It's about going out there and doing what you're supposed to do. Every play, every down.
Every play, every down, every weekend.
Every weekend.
Matter home.
If you make a mistake, one weekend, correct it. Let's get on to the next. Let's fix that. Okay. We shouldn't have won no Tennessee game like that, man. We shouldn't have lost to Tennessee, first of all. That Tennessee team was good, but not great. Not better than us. They shouldn't have beat us. Them facts.
All right, what's up, Chaotic? Let's try to get Bill on. What's up, Bill? Welcome back. Roll Tide.
All right, you good? All right, yes, thank you. Hey, man, we're good. We're good. How's it going today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, I gotta speak freely here. A couple of things here, right? The only thing I'll say about y'all talking about the player desire. Bryce Young was heartbroken. And I could only imagine how pissed he was when they dropped 4 or 5 more passes on Saturday.
Man.
Alabama is like the 10th most dropped passes in the Power 5. Ohio State has the 4th fewest. Think about what Bryce Young's numbers would have been. They would have won the game if they caught the ball. That's what people don't talk about. I think the one thing with coaching is They got to use the old Bobby Knight method. Ass meets bench. Trayshawn Holden, Burton, they should be sitting. It's over. They ain't it. They had their shot. I will run with Prentice Bond and Ja'Cory Brooks. Put some young boys in there who will catch the ball.
Right.
Because you got this guy running for his life, making plays, doing everything he can, and they just drop the ball. And they got folks thinking Hendon Hooker's better than Bryce Young out there. And it ain't even close. You know?
Man, up for that. Come on, man.
Yeah. And the problem is, see, I'm not even mad at Bill O'Brien because it makes no sense to run into a blitz when they know you run to burn timeouts. How about you don't give up the field goal with 40 seconds left? Let them march down the field. How about that?
Right.
You know, but the problem is that people want to make all these excuses about coaching this. Coach is going to do so much. It's the players want to.
Exactly.
And because that was a play with him and Toho, y'all probably seen that do the breakdown. He was pointing out the RPO, pointing it out. What the hell do? Creep up anyway. It gave up the inside, the dude scored. You know? And when y'all talk about culture, y'all remember that ESPN Miami lost the game at BYU. It looked bad. Michael Irvin called Leon Searcy, who's an all-pro tackle, like offensive lineman, cussed him out the next morning, saying that's not the standard. The Baltimore Ravens still live by the standard that Ray Lewis set. These guys, I just think it's like Tennessee's not better than Alabama. You should not be scoring 49 points and losing. And I just want to tell these folks, stop crying about Eli Ricks. If he was that dude, he would have been on the field already. He ain't it. I'm sorry. He's just another guy with a star rating. Maybe they need to put Earl Little in, shake it up. Maybe make Helms a linebacker. Because all Tennessee did was throw at him and Branch. That's all they did. And I still think there's stuff out there like for them to win it all. But I just think that you can't depend on Bryce Young to keep bailing you out every week. And it's like, it's one thing to get beat. It's another thing to look like a bunch of Keystone Cops out there that you let the same guy get 5 touchdowns on you. And it wasn't like he had to work for any of those touchdowns. And one more thing, fellas, the problem is that, think about this. This ain't about fixing. This is who these guys are. At Saban's press conference, he pretty much said he probably to shake things up here. Because you got some young boys that who's probably hungry right now to catch the ball, fulfill their assignments. Because it's one thing to get beat on the pass. It's another thing to get beat when you ain't fulfilling your assignment. And I just think that he's going to have to shake things up and sit people down. Because that's the only way to get through this team. Because I'll say that 17 penalties should not happen. Some of those pass interference is highly questionable. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know it's questionable, but no one ever gets called for holding on Will Anderson. We know. But at the same time, why in the hell are wide receivers doing false starts? Why is Latu doing a false start when he just got in the backfield? Those things, and why we got a guy hopping on a muff punt that wasn't even muff cover, it was muff Kool-Aid would have hopped on it. You know, so
exactly.
Here's the one thing, fellas. The key to defense is playing less defense. Look at how many times penalties kept Tennessee on the field. Even that one when Kool-Aid got the pick, they called a pass interference after the play was over. But guess what they did? They scored. They stopped Tennessee. The guy tried to pick up the ball. That's another touchdown. Those are points right there. And then you should not be in a position where you had to depend on Will Reichert to kick a 50-yard kick in that environment. He shook.
At all.
The way he missed that, fellas, he didn't want it. He didn't want it the way he missed that. And I just think that it is a shame because Bryce Young played his butt off. He kept those guys in that game. To me, that showed how that Georgia championship game, the national title, showed me how good it is. And if I'm Nick Saban, I'm looking at it like, if you scared, you can sit on the bench. Because how can you not be scared when you at Georgia, the SEC title game in Atlanta, but you're scared here against a team with a trash defense? Saban's going to have to look around and say, hey, if you're scared, he can help you out the transfer portal. You may have to do that. Hey, that's all I got, fellas, man. Keep up the good stuff going, man. Roll Tide.
Thank you, Bill. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, bro.
Welcome, welcome back. Welcome back. I know you missed me. It's Coach P, aka Goat Doe, one half of unofficial assistant coaches. You might know me as Coach Oos. Honorary Uso. Shout out to Coach Nitty. Shout out to Coach D holding me down. In the clutches. Coach B, where you at? Shout out to you. I know you out there on that trail. Whew. We got another week, but we don't have another win. We back, though. Unofficial business. Alabama versus Tennessee here every Monday at 6 o'clock. Number one spot for Bama Talk. With the unofficial voice of Alabama football. Yours truly, Goat Doe. Woo! This episode, just like the last, is dedicated to our motto. We see what they don't and say what they want. I'm going to be all over the place tonight. I'm going to apologize in advance. Make sure y'all join that Patreon, patreon.com/Coach John Doe. I already got the video going up tonight. It'll probably be on YouTube in a couple of days, but if you're in the Patreon, you can see it tonight. Shout out to the Patreon followers. Keep this thing rolling. Oh, my goodness. 100,000. 100,000 plus. Ain't but a couple of these players done seen that. Whole team might have been shook. Third biggest stadium in the nation behind Penn State and Michigan. Third biggest. Hold 102,000. And they weren't ready for this. You got my coach coming out asking y'all why y'all ain't chanting. What a chant say? You know how much we chanted at Little League football? Chanting is a part of the intro. I'm talking about old school, like, we want some meat. Gotta have some meat. I'm talking about old school. I know y'all got some new 2022 crap, and y'all ain't saying nothing. We was beat before the game started. Only reason we even stayed in the game because we got more skills than every team in the nation. We lost for the kickoff. I ain't even know about that. I need to be on the staff. Let me walk out there and hurt everybody quiet. I'm slapping everybody. Wake up. The most undisciplined team in the Saban era. This ain't Alabama football. I want my money back. The last two games. With interest. And this ain't no spoiled fan talk. This somebody who, this any team. Ain't no team putting together no a laundry list of crap like this. After 15 penalties at Texas, I thought we'd never have another game with probably more than 4. After 15, and we done outdid it. Let's look on the bright side. Hey, honestly, Tide fans, let's look. Hey, we might got the greatest team of all time. Tennessee, just like Georgia last year, meaning this they best team they feel they bring it to the table, and I don't know how many years. This the team they came in routed. We done gave y'all 17 penalties, then got off the field 30 times and stayed on the field for penalties, and we still beating y'all at the end. This might be the greatest team ever if we put it together. But like Coach Nitty say, you don't go from 15 penalties to 17 and think we finna have 2 and 1 for the rest of the season. This one of the easiest things to fix mentally, but who's to say? If we can fix it. One thing you have problems on, do we have the talent? We got all the talent. Penalties, we can say we can fix them. It sounds easy. You can't fix them, you got the talent or not, but you can fix stuff like penalties. I don't know if this team can. And I ain't never seen nothing like this. I'm seriously considered. I'm gonna be 100. I don't know, because this just started this bad. Of course, it might seem like the NIL. Like, man, is people really concentrating on the sport, or is everybody concentrating on the money? Is the coaches coming in really concentrating on the team, or they just trying to come here to do their time so they can get their upgrade to the next spot? Like, what is it? On the NIL money, yeah, you should hold the money to these boys out of school. You're going to have money regardless. To give it all up, get a little percentage of it right now in college, but don't get the whole check. Them extra hours you would have spent that practice, man, you finna go ball out at a bar or something. You finna ride around and flex in your new whip. Hey, man, you want to stay out of practice and throw some catch with? No, dog, I got to go do this podcast. Oh, the interview for these folks, they finna pay me 17 racks. Oh, I got to go do it. Ain't nobody staying extra time at the field. It don't seem like it. I never thought we could see 17 penalties in the same year we've already seen 15. Bonehead plays undisciplined. You talking about 34. Robinson, he didn't think somebody else touched the ball. He tried to make a sports center play. It was another guy right there in front of him. If somebody had touched the ball, that Bama player would have got on him. Not Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid was way out the way. That was who 3 was. That was our cornerback. That was Arnold. Right there by the ball. So if we felt we had touched it, we would have been got on the ball. We moving out the way. You trying to make a sports center play. All of you used to be in 4 and 5 stars from where you're from. Just can't wait to get your name in the highlights. This ain't the time, buddy. You will lose in any sport if you keep spotting the other team. If we in NASCAR racing and every time I come to around the lap and I'm finna pass you and I say, hey, go up a little bit more. I'm going to give you 3 more car lengths. Every time I catch up, all right, go up a little more. I'm going to try to get, I'm going to see if I can catch you right there by the finish line. Any sport you pick, if you keep spotting points, you go lose. We made a lot of good defensive plays to get out the field. Like, right, when we make plays now, I don't even celebrate. I look around. Like the Brinks people coming out the bank with the bag, with the money. I got to look around. Was it any yellow thrown? Any flags on the play? We good? Okay, we out the field. Oh man, there go another one. I can't even react on a play. I have to sit there and wait. It's a delay in my reaction. It's bad. It's like a bad joke. I said, man, is it the NIL or? This is no joke. We've been on top for so long. It's so many people against us. Everybody from Alabama are not, and I'm being honest, we all here are not the only ones with an awesome God. It's other people at other universities and they do. It's so many teams in different countries and different language, different ethnic. It's so many people praying against us that I think it's actually, you can actually see it on the field. It's shaking us up some kind of way. Like it's NIL or just I'm talking about over the years, we've been stacking up on prayers against us. You know, we stay prayed up, but it's so many other ones out here. I'm just trying to find some excuse. Cause like you said, a lot two in the backfield. How you jumping off sides? Like just a little small stuff like that. It had to be just the abundance of prayers from the other side that's pushing against you. They might be starting to tip the levels. Because you know everybody in the world against us, everybody praying against us. I guess this is the culmination of that. I don't know. I'm just trying to find any excuse for what we seeing out here, man. Anything. How about any excuse right now? You come with it, I give an ear to listen to what you got to say. Because this don't make no sense. Most undisciplined team in the Saban era by far. You can't be thinking about the game. You got to be thinking about NIL money or something. We ain't never seen it like this before. Congrats to Tennessee. You know we helped you. If this was basketball, we just told you a alley-oop of all proportions. I'm talking about Sports Center highlight alley-oop. That's all they can talk about on that. Boy, I can't watch TV the rest of the night. That's all they talk about. You know how special it is for them. Congrats. Never be Saban. We be making team live, boy. I'm talking about rush the field. Hey, rush it. Like a running back carrying the ball. Rush it. We so used to it. We never. What's that? I could have on dirty shoes and still wouldn't rush no darn field. So I know how happy. I'm glad we could be of assistance to make you this happy. Early Christmas gift. Enjoy it. But don't act like you don't know. Had you beat 100, every time you thought you had, we come back and we just go. Man, it had to be prayers from the other side to keep you out in that game. Come on, man. Imagine the spirit of those folks who finally beat Bama and ain't never seen that. It's kids that's almost able to buy tobacco that ain't never seen Tennessee beat Alabama in their life. So congratulations, Tennessee. You just know. When you at the barber shop, when you at work at the cooler talk, you just know. Hey, we got y'all, but hey, y'all gave it to us, but we'll take it. But don't act like you just came in there killing. Hey, now you had the bombs. Because like you said, people done found the wrinkle in our defense. The chink in the armor is obvious now. You catch one of them little safeties out there, whether it's Branch, Malachi, anybody over there, whatever slot receiver, whatever speed you got that right there with speed. Same way Florida's burnt us with, Georgia's burnt us with, the same way the same plays all the teams hitting on. Just run them up that seam. You can run straight up the seam or toward the sideline. But if you got that boy matched up on one of our little star guys right there, now they used to cover that slant good. Malachi and Branch came here killing that. And them was my guys. I called them little minkers. Especially Malachi. He started out first. Then Branch took over. And Branch been making some good plays this year, far as the short end. But when it goes to throwing deep, oh man. It's time for us to go and pull another Eddie Jackson. Yeah, I want to see Rick so bad. Pull Ricks off the bench, pull Kyrie Jackson off the bench, and put him in them safety spots. Wherever you see Malachi or whoever the hardest hitting corners we got, put them in that safety. That way we got people that can guard all the way around the board, and these teams can't just pick out on our small stars that's good at playing from 0 to 10. But ain't fast enough to be running with these guys. You putting your slot or main receiver on these guys, and they just running straight past them. They miss touchdowns. You will see it on my film. I show it to you. Your eyes will see. As easy as those touchdowns was, they missed some as well. On some of them, he threw the little small check down, touchdown running straight down the field. Just running past our little guys. We can't get on the top of a defense for nothing. Nothing. Other teams getting over us like we ain't even out there. Well, they did. Texas did. I'm thinking them the only team we played that was on our level. I ain't gonna count Vanderbilt, even though they SEC. So the teams who got the weapons to do it, it's like it's nothing. And then we giving up the inside, the routes that I used to see Malachi and Branch cut off them inside routes. They giving them up. They used to cut them off. That's what made them. Now it's like they giving it up. We giving it on the inside. Malachi gave up 2 big ones last game. Dude dropped the first one, hit him dead in his hand. The second one burnt us at the end. Both of them just giving it up on this game. But they so worried about the guy running straight past them, they just giving up the inside. They lost out there. Now when the team doing something up front, some 0 to 7 yards, them boys get ignited, especially Branch. Branch be having them a little game here and there. But if you talking about going and playing these big-time passing teams, it ain't good to play Mississippi State after the mad scientists get to see what Tennessee just did to us. You got one of the craziest OCs on the low in a while over at Mississippi State, Mr. Air Raid himself, and he see who to pick on now. Dabo, one of the first true coaches to know how to pick who to pick on our team. Dabo had Trevor Lawrence out there throwing at Savion Smith the whole game without even looking at another receiver. Whoever lined up on Savion, that's who we throwing at. But nowadays, that player that would be slacking like that would be is going long distance versus one of our safety / corners, which is really safeties with the speed they have. On Madden, they safeties with that speed. And you get a real OC and a real person that can game plan, and they know how to beat us. They doubling wheel all night. That wheel, the wheels on this bus didn't go round and round this night. They neutralized one wheel, and the other wheel, even though we didn't help him out at all, how much I pump him up is because I'm thinking he that guy we finally can get to knock that ball in. Say we was 63 yards out and made it up to be 50. Let's say we didn't start let's say it wasn't a 50-yard field goal and we went out 3 straight plays. Let's say we were 70 yards out and as far as we could get up and we inch and we finally get to 50. And that's cool. Let's forget about the fact that we didn't help him at all 3 straight plays, but we finna get into that. But let's say let's just say we didn't. The last play of the game before the kick was a catch over the middle, and we get down with 1 second left, or however many seconds left. Well, okay, it wasn't a first down, but we finna kick it from 50 yards. I'm thinking we'll go hit that. Whether we sat there for 3 plays, or whether we just got there, or whether it was 4th down from we just got down 4. I'm thinking Will, too real, can hit that. We ain't having none of this talk if my boy Will can hit that. And it's not his fault.
Coach, let me cut you off. Let me stop you. You're speaking big facts right now. But that Will situation, he will hit that. He can make that kick. It's guys in the league that ain't kicking 50-yarders on a consistent basis.
Right. That
ain't no easy kick from an angle.
Coach, when we just had this talk in the group the other day, I already said that I'm the one that was with you that was telling Coach B that it's cats in the NFL missing extra points every week. I know this ain't no easy kick. What I'm saying is we don't talk about punters. Hold up, Coach, let me talk. Y'all ran it early before I got on here, Coach. You get back on mute. We don't talk about post or field goal kickers at Alabama. I talk about Will Too Real like he's a goddamn skill player. That's my guy. We didn't help him at all. What I'm saying is, we didn't put it in the middle of the field. We didn't get him 1 extra yard. But what I'm saying, being that I feel, since me and you went to watch him live in high school because we thought he was that good, since that day, I thought he was the guy to hit that kick versus Tennessee for me and Bama Nation. No matter if it was we just got to the 50 or we blew it like we did. We put him in a bad situation, but I still feel my boy Will is the guy that can silence all the goddamn critics. I didn't put that on him. If we could have put that in the middle of the field, I would have been even greater, even if we stayed at the 50. We didn't do nothing to help him. All I'm saying is, this guy get the talk of a skill player. Like Andre Smith back in 07, 06. This guy get the talk of a skill player because he's great at what he do. And I'm saying, I wish that he was the guy that could have hit that kick, because that's why I'm glad he here. Not just because he put on records of this many straight field goal kicks. I'm talking about when we need him, like right there. When we blow it. We blew it before he got on the field. But I'm knowing Will is the guy that can save us. That's all I'm saying. And he had an opportunity coming off a bad game. But like you said, that's a hard kick. I never said he's supposed. I said it ain't on Will. I wish we could have helped him. This is far from on Will.
Yeah.
I just say I wish he could have nailed it for us to help us out because we had already blew it. Now let's get to that situation. Y'all got me all wrong. Oh, they blitzing everybody, so we gotta pass it. Let me tell you something. When it come to pass versus run right there, all risk are on pass. No risk, zero are on run. We got 30-some seconds on the 1st and 10. We need to burn this clock. Everybody know it. So like you said, they know we go blitz. They run on a straight line blitz, straight across, no stacked up. So it's basically, if you pick one side of the line to go to, it's going to be helmet for helmet. All them players scattered across the line don't mean nothing. This ain't a field goal or a punt block. You got two of the biggest home run hitters in the league. They only need to see one hole and it's over. But let's say they do stop us 3 times, 3 straight times. You still right there, but we go get that ball in the middle. We go get that ball in the middle of the field, and that clock is gone. Ain't no time for no Patrick Mahomes versus Buffalo Bills. Few seconds left, get in field goal range type crap. We burnt the clock. Even if Will can't pull it off, the game over. We going into OT. So like you said, but he threw the ball and Buddy was open. He was, and he done caught about every ball this year. But guess what? The reason why he dropped out, because he shouldn't have been running the route anyway. Like you said, granted, he was open. He should have caught that 11 out of 10 times. I know this, but it's a reason he dropped. We shouldn't have been throwing it in the first place. That's a risk. One risk you got is just dropping the ball. Incompletion, that stops the clock. Having to throw it away like Bryce did the first down, that stops the clock. You risk interception. You risk a tip ball. Pop it up, interception. You risk a pick six. It ain't no risk in running. But burning the clock? Okay, say on first down, we run the ball, only get 2 yards. Second down, they stop us completely. Third down, we get 4 yards. Okay, well, now we had a 40-some yard field goal in the middle of the field. Ain't no risk in running. But knowing them home run hitters we got, and they got all 8 of their players across the line of scrimmage, meaning don't go straight up the middle, go left or right, and let Gibbs plant that dead leg and go from left to up the field in one move. So really, talking about getting a few extra yards just to get in field goal range, the man might bust a home run. They got everybody up on the line of scrimmage. The only advantage of them right now is running straight up the middle. Scratch that thing to the side. Try to get that left tackle or right tackle outside the furthest, and it's over. They ain't stacked up on each other. They going on a straight line like, man, we ain't doing no punt block. Ain't no risk in runs right there. Gibbs should have caught the ball, but Gibbs should not even be going out for routes. Just hand it to the boy. We just had 3rd and 1 or 4th and we had 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1. We had a few third downs. We run the ball and everything fine. But y'all act like this versus, man, it's an attempt. It's the SEC East team. We bowing down. We bowing down basically to Missouri. That head coach ain't talking about nothing. We just bowed down to Missouri, man. Run the ball. Y'all talking about cause they blitz. What blitz?
Coach, check this though.
Okay, they blitz. He go another risk. He go another risk. They blitz, and they get back down before Bryce could even get it off, and he fumbled the ball. It's a risk. Just hand it off and burn the clock. You might hit a home run with those guys we got. Look, the best 1-2 punch in college. What are you talking about? Pass the ball.
Look. I was gonna speak on that. I was gonna say if they blitzing and they hit him before while he handed the ball off and he fumbled and I was fumbled like that. Look,
that's a risk, and then y'all all talking noise after that.
Look. Cool. Not even speaking on that. Who led between Tennessee and Alabama? Who had the most rushing yards?
I tell you this: the yellow flag. We had more penalty yards than rushing yards. I tell you that.
Who had the most rushing yards between the two teams?
The yellow flag had more than we did. I don't know how many Tennessee had.
Tennessee had almost 200 yards rushing. Alabama had maybe 120, 130, give or take. If that, I don't know. Coach D, hope you can give me the stats real quick.
I know
But
we
I
had
mean
more
that to say,
penalty
hold
yards
up.
than rushing
I mean
yards.
that to say Gibbs had 20 carries for 90 yards.
And
That's
what?
four,
And
that's
like
like
I
four
said,
point
even if they
that's
stop
like
us 3
4.7
straight
yards per
times,
carry. Hold
even
on.
if they stop us 3 straight times, the game is over. All we got to do is hold Will kick this ball.
So what?
It ain't
So
about
why
how
are we
many
why
yards he finna
no?
get.
See, so then what we gonna say then? Why we stop throwing the ball?
Ain't who gonna say that? Whoever said that? When I ever said that, Coach? Tell me now.
Why the hell we
Tell
make
me
Will
when I
kick a
said that.
50-something yarder?
Now watch this. Now watch this. If we down, check me out. And Bama Nation go vouch with Coach P. We see what they don't and say what if they don't. If we down points, we close in. We inside the 10. We down points. Low clock. You put the ball in your Heisman Trophy hands and you tell Bryce to go to work. Okay, I get it. But right now it's a tie game. We don't need no heroics from the Heisman. He already did enough to get us this far. He done did his job. All we need now is to burn the clock. This ain't no Monday quarterback talk. This is what I was saying before the thing. Y'all can vouch. We already in field goal range for the guy that we got. Meaning from right now, everything from here on up is a bonus. Everything from here on up is a bonus. But with the home run hitters, we got that running back. With Tennessee bringing everybody up like that, and we see that they flat across the line, we can down there pick a hole. If we don't go need but one, all you got to do is hit fast and we gone. But now it's too many risks passing. Now say them guys get back down, we trying to block, you hit Bryce, he fumble. Somebody just tipped the ball like they did earlier, and somebody catch the interception. Or just a bad throw. A bad read. We thought they was blitzing, but this guy from over here, he dropped back instead. We threw it straight to him. All the risk in passing. It's no way around it. If we don't got Will and we need to go another 10, 12 yards, Bryce, throw the ball. Let's do it. But if we already in Will field goal range, which is 50 on up, I'm not saying let's stop and go for here, because I don't think Tennessee gonna stop us 3 times in a row. I don't care who they got in the ball. If you watch my film, they did it before. They got 4 people with their hand in the ground and 4 people around the linebacker spot. That's 8 in the box. And we still got 4 yards with McClellan. It's on film. Y'all act like every time they line up like that, we go backwards or something, man. They ain't finna stop us 3 times. We needed that for first down and we got it. But now y'all act like they big bad Tennessee. Man, that's just Tennessee.
Look what they was doing running the ball, and look what we were doing running the ball. Every time they ran the ball, it was 5 yards, pow, 5 yards, pow, 7 yards, pow. On first down.
And we only need that one time out of 3. And we only need that one time out of 3 carries. We only need that one time.
Who did that?
I said we only needed that one time out of those last 3 carries, but that clock was gonna still be running. We only needed that 5-yard carry you talking about.
What I'm saying is though, bro, we weren't getting that all game.
We would have got it out of 3 carries. We did, man. Go watch the film.
It's one thing if we was getting it like if we was dominating running like they was on us. That's different.
The only reason we went away from it, like Coach said, is because they was blitzing. We out-coached ourselves. All you had to do was stick your gun, smash mouth football, SEC West versus those nippy boys, and push them.
We ain't did it all year. You said stick the gun. That ain't been our gun all year.
Coach Nitty, don't say nothing. Just listen to me. You go look at the video, and I said, look at this. 8 in the box. 4 with their hand down, 4 right behind them. That's 8 in the box. The only other guys is guys guarding our receivers. 8 in the box. We need a first down. We know they blitzing everybody. We got 3 to 4 yards. Why you act like every play we just go get folded up when we know what the assignment is?
You right. I'm cool with running the ball on a play or 2. But I'm saying this though.
Oh, that's all I said. We didn't give it no justice. 3 straight passes. That's all I'm saying. Me as a coach, and I got 2 home run hitters back there. We pushing that. We running. It ain't even no playing with it. We finna burn this clock just because I got the best field goal kicker in my heart in America. That's the only reason. If I don't got Will too real, okay, Bryce, get us down here a little bit more.
I think that's what we're trying to do. I think that's
And
what
I'm
we was
still
trying to
not
do.
thinking we gonna kick a 50-yard field goal. I'm just saying, I know we got will just in case the runs don't work. But I don't feel 3 straight stops from Tennessee just because they got everybody up.
Look, if you look at the 2 plays that was ran, they was designed, seemed like, to get us in the middle of the field, but they was just pass plays. The play with Gibbs, where he coming out the backfield, running to the middle of the field to catch the ball, get down.
He ain't even got to get down. He gonna go score a touchdown right there. But like I said, but you still assume the risk of dropping. You assume that risk of what happened, him dropping the ball, and now they still got time on the clock. You assume that risk. I know we get it to our playmakers fast. It can be ugly. It can be real ugly. But you assume that risk, and that's what just happened. When all this bull crap been going against us all year, I don't want no risk. Just give me my win.
There wasn't no risk play though, bro. That's all I'm saying. Them plays you got to make. The man
Bro,
caught
we done
all our
dropped 30
blitz on a
balls
slant.
this year. That is a risk.
Blitz on a slant open. The man playing 5-10 yards out.
It wasn't a slant. It was a Texas route. But like I said, you risk. I done seen it hit people dead in the hands. I done seen it hit people dead in the hands this year and they drop it. Just like he did. That's a risk you take when you throw the ball. I didn't say it was a good play. I said that's the risk you take when you throw the ball. We already where we need to be. We just need to run it. We might bust through there and hit a home run.
We Bama, bro.
They don't got nobody in the second level. One hole and we gone. One hole and we gone. Nobody in the second level. They all straight across the line like they finna go for a punt block. One hole, we gone. And you think they finna stop us 3 straight times because they big bad Tennessee. Ain't never been ranked in their life, but now this year we finna bow down from. We don't even test the waters. That's all I'm saying. If we needed more yards or more points, I put it in Bryce's hands. But right now, with the game all over, just like Seattle Seahawks versus the Patriots, I'm handing it to Marshawn Lynch. I don't care Russell Wilson at quarterback. It's 100 plays that could have beat man on all our blitz right there. We just beat man blitz a few times. But you can't keep playing with fire. And you can't take no risk. Them boys hit Bryce and fumble right there. You'll be on here cussing right now. Bryce did what he had to do. He got us where we needed to be. All we needed was some runs. Not for the kick, but to eliminate their possibility for a kick. They ain't got nothing to lose. We knew they was going to go for it when they got the ball. You got to burn the clock. And with our DBs, you think they ain't finna try it. These boys don't even play who in their area. They be playing the turf. We trying to prevent a touchdown when they still need a field goal. You got people running in your area. You ain't even gonna lock in on them to the ball in the air. I got it all on film, man. That's why they love me. I'll show it to you better than I can tell it to you, partner. And then we'll go have some drinks afterwards. You know this. You assume all the risk right there when you pass that ball. No matter how good the play is. If it works, great. But you assume risk by doing that. When you got this supposed to be the Great Wall of Alabama. They ain't been showing it, but you ain't finna sit here and tell me for 3 straight plays they finna get shut down.
I done seen it happen this year, bro.
You ain't seen 3 straight plays. Stop lying.
Okay.
Pull me the game. Pull me the game, and you can lead the next show. You show me a game where they stopped us 3 straight times.
Okay.
Show me 3 straight. And Mr. Gills better be in the backfield. I bet you he busts one. You bring everybody up like that. Just like I used to say, you bring everybody up versus Tua like you do Jalen, he go burn you. And that's what Tua did. Now you bring everybody up on MJG right there. If they don't get to it before he hand it off, he gone. One move. Nobody in the secondary. He out of here. We don't even test it. They tried that same thing on 3rd down early with McClellan, and we got the 1st down. But now they big bad Tennessee. We don't even want to test them. I ain't got nothing wrong. I ain't nothing wrong with putting the ball in Bryce's hand. That's my guy. I'm with that, Mr. Allstate. But like I said, if Bryson already did his job, let's just hand it out because I know we got Will. With me, it's finna be a 35 to 45 yarder by the time we finish. Because I'm telling you, Gibbs or McClellan, one move, shouty, go get me by 8 yards on one run. All that blitz lined up like that is eye candy, man. They just tried to do us like that early. It's on tape. And they went disguising it. They was all up on the line of scrimmage. I got it on tape. Y'all just be forgetting because you were arguing about the last play and thinking about the next play. I got it on tape so you can see. All that lining up in the box, that's just eye candy, man, trying to scare us away from it. We played into their hands. We out-coached us so it can look like they out-coached us. We out-coached ourselves, and now it look like they did. Just like the Seahawks did versus the Patriots, out-coached yourself. Just hand the ball to Marshawn. I don't want to hear that crap Pete Carroll got to say after the game, talking about we was just wasting the play because, man, shut that crap up. Hand the ball off. And this is not no after the game stuff. Y'all know I said it during that. I said, man, okay, we in there, we where we need to be, hand it off. Whoever we hand it off to, if you can get to the middle, not get as many yards as you can. We don't even test the water because it's big, bad Tennessee. Man, Tennessee ain't nothing. I can't even believe you on here talking like that.
I got that
Worst
stat
game
for
we
you.
could have played. Worst game we could have played. 17 penalties and still up on them. All counter up on them. We might be the best. We might be the best team in the nation by far. You give us 17. You let them commit 17 penalties, and we play a decent game. We probably win by 50. Switch it around. It got to mean something. If we could put it all together. But I don't know what we finna do by these defensive backs. We got to pull an Eddie Jackson, pull them boys off the bench that everybody want to see. Put them in at safety. Eddie Jackson went from a nice cornerback to a Pro Bowl safety. Let's try to mimic that again. We ain't got nothing to lose. Now how them boys running passes and they miss some. Running straight passes. It's on film. All we saw today was the Bryson Gibbs show. That's all we seen. Everybody else just playing a role on O.
What's that stat, D?
Got that stat for you. So when it came to penalties, Bama had 17 penalties, 130 yards. We had 114 yards rushing.
How many?
So like 114.
Yeah, I knew we had more penalty yards than rushing. How many they had?
They had 6 penalties, 39 yards, and they had 182 yards rushing.
All right, check this out, Coach Diddy. Now you see whether we play man-to-man and they get to lock their receivers up on our little safeties, or whether we play like cover 3, just like when the boy just ran straight past Helms and Malachi.
Right.
It don't matter if we play man or zone. What we got to go to the bench. It ain't. I mean, you can't sit here and tell me, like you say, you can't always blame the coaches. Because if you as a player show me you can't stop these boys in man or zone, then what I supposed to do? I know what you're supposed to do as a coach. You got to go to that bench.
You got to go to the bench.
You got to go to that bench. It ain't no way. I don't care what's the name on the back of their jersey. If you can't play man or zone, neither one, they done beat you with the same play in both sets. It's time to go to the bench.
And I don't know what Malachi was doing on the one he got beat. It's like he was just
Coach, cement shoes all the way until the receiver get to him. There is no anticipation. It's no anticipation. I'm not anticipating the slant. I'm not anticipating that. I'm not looking at that receiver body motion and anticipating what he's doing. I'm just reacting after he passed me. I'm reacting after the fact, and they too fast for that.
Give me 6 right there, bro. I put 6 in the game at the start.
Right.
if Ricks is there, put him in at a star position or whoever. Give me 6 right there. Take a
Like you
safety
said,
off the
basically when
field.
we be running Malachi and Branch on the field, basically
Right.
put Rick and Jackson out there.
Right.
And let's see how we ain't got nothing to lose. Why not?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, when we run up on these other OCs like the one from Mississippi State, they finna go at them boys. Big time.
Keep this ain't finna stop, man. This just don't stop, bro. That's what like I said about the penalties. It just don't stop.
You right. You right. And it's targeting. You can't even hit a quarterback in the head. You can't even look, they coming down with more rules for quarterbacks that make the game almost soft these days. I'm gonna be 100. Right. But we can't get none of that love. This boy that came, big 700-pound boy that came and hit my Heisman Trophy quarterback. Ain't no love for that. You got to protect your stars.
Yep.
This boy that came and hit my Heisman, the biggest name in college football, just got busted in the head by a no-name cat. And you gonna say it wasn't targeting? You can't even hit a quarterback in the head. Like Coach said, Malachi got ejected last year just for hitting a guy in the head by mistake. This guy held me hitting my helmet. They got nothing. They just say, man, you from Bama. You built by Bama. You straight. You got up. If Bryce stayed down and looked like he was crippled, maybe we would have got the call. They would have reviewed it and everything. If Bryce looked like he got took out the game, they would have gave us the call. But instead, with all them having them ties to them Las Vegas casinos, they was instantly like, nah, he good. We straight.
Coach, what's your take on the players from what you can see? I spoke on it. I said it seemed like some of these players from old back in the day need to come talk to these boys.
Oh, Coach, you made a big one right there. You made a big one right there.
They be having Kobe Bryant and all them come down and talk.
You're right. Hey, bro, you ain't never tell me that, Coach, but you're right. Like he said, they ain't have that.
Deontay Wilder.
Hey, they didn't have that. Hey, like he said, like Coach Nitty said, they
Shout
didn't
out
have
to
that.
Bo on here. Bo Scarborough on here. He a former player. He know what's up.
Hey, like you said, Coach, they didn't have that.
Right.
When Julio and all them was coming in hungry, we weren't bringing them cats in like that then. When we became the big Hollywood school, just like USC, we started doing that. But like you said, them early hungry cats weren't seeing none of that.
Right.
For them to tell you, we didn't see none of that. What y'all need all that for? You a dog at the biggest platform in the world. That's the only motivation you need.
Right.
33rd NFL team right here, Tuscaloosa, Title Town. That's the only motivation you need. I don't need, like you said, Coach, I don't need a basketball player to come tell me what I need to do this. Now, if he want to do it now in life settings, okay. Being a man, okay. I get in on all that. But as far as that dog on that gridiron, need all that. Like you said, we finna talk about the gridiron. Like you said, bring somebody who done been in these trenches. Somebody that's from here. But like just being a man in this world and, taking care of business, all that. I'm cool with you bringing Kobe and all them in because we the school that can do that. Right. But if they came on anything other than that, man, bump that. Like you said, I'd rather take some players that came from here through the mud, that went through them same training conditions.
Right.
That went through that same fan crazy talk. Like us. Them people that know the pressure playing on this stage.
That know the Bama standard.
That know the Bama standard.
Boys to forgot the Bama standard, bro. They forgot it.
Coach, I think, like you said, with these days, especially with this NIL and all that stuff, I don't think it's even time to even. Like, they can tell it, they can feel it. Like you said, they know the stigma, but they can't really understand it because it's too much time now and finding my self-worth. Hey, like you said, I can't stay out the practice to do this with you. I got to go do this for this person. I got to go make this money. I got to do that. Hey, I can't come over your house Friday night to go over these plays with you. Shoot, I got to go floss my new such and such around the city and show off. And we go to the club and ball out because my check just dropped. You know what I'm saying? And all that extra time them boys used to do bored over there, stuck in Rose Towers and all that on the yard, and back in the Highlands, when they were just stuck, bored, couldn't do nothing, just going over the plays and all, just talking football because
Them days over, man. These boys here, it seems like they do just enough to get through that practice. Once practice over, hey, it's time to go live this life. You know what I'm saying? Cause it ain't no telling what's in them cats' mind, man. Hey, getting that money. Hey, I'm finna go take my girl on this date. Now I got money to take my other side chicks on date. I ain't never really home. I'm always gone. You know what I'm saying?
Bryce, the highest paid player on that team. That boy
Right.
coming in acting a dog. They just show you right there, it ain't about that paper to him. It's deeper
I don't
than
know.
that.
Hey, some people special. Some people special. As a whole, hey, and I'm not saying as a coach. I told you at the beginning of the show. I said I'm just trying to find reasons just like everybody else.
Yeah, true.
I'm just throwing it out there. Because like you said, before the NIL, we've never had this much unfocusedness. So it just seems like that could be what it is. I'm not saying it is. But there got to be an option on the table. Because like you said, out of 15 penalties versus Texas, there ain't no way I could ever see us doing 17. And like you say, it ain't no way it could just stop overnight.
It ain't gonna stop, bro. It ain't gonna stop. So we either gonna be able to deal with it and keep win the games that's gonna be close like that. Hopefully sometime teams bite themselves in the foot. But man, them boys gonna keep getting penalties, man. Stupid stuff, man.
Man. Right, so, hey, one thing I gained respect for my quarterback. Ain't like I need it anymore, but my quarterback stepped up. He did everything he needed to do to keep us in that game and actually win us that game. The boy took hit after hit, just missed a week. Came in and took hits after hit, bought time in the pocket. The moves he was doing back there, I don't see no quarterback doing. He got unconventional moves he be doing back there by time. Bryce be shaking. I ain't even seen the moves he be doing before. It be like little crazy little stutter steps with head movement and be killing them.
Did you see the one he threw when he hit Latu and then
point guard,
while the ball was in the air, he came out talking about touchdown. He didn't even touch the two hands yet. He already knew he had hit him on the brain.
Right. He a little magician, man.
So serious, man.
He a little magician. And like I said, Coach, we don't have an OC that can call plays to just murder any defense unless it's obvious, like when we was just playing them at the end of the game when they was blitzing everybody and we got to get quick routes out. Most of them go be slant. But outside of that, if it ain't just easily seen, we don't have an OC that can just see what the defense in and call the plays that put our quarterback in position to win. Bryce Young be having to sit back and actually look over the defense, actually find who open, actually go through progressions as a quarterback and find out, who to go to. A lot of these, if with the way that boy playing and really, man, the boy got the whole team on. That boy got the whole offense. He really got control of that whole O on his shoulders to really sit back there and conduct the game like that, man. Shouts out to Bryce, man. I hate he lost that game. Got us all the way down there in position to win it, and we just couldn't pull it off, man. Like I said, we might be the best team in the league by far. I feel talent-wise, we great talent-wise. So what that mean is the coach's coach? Because if we didn't have the talent and we done spotted them all these points, we wouldn't be nowhere near the lead. We still about to win as a day. Who you spot? You couldn't spot a middle school. Let's be realistic. You couldn't really spot a high school. All the points and penalties and stuff, we've spotted them and still be expecting to win. Like I said, flip that and I bet we win by 50.
Right.
Let us get all the penalties and y'all just play. Let us get all the penalties and y'all play the game that we played and let's see what that final score is.
Right.
We might be great. We just got to pull it all together. But the only thing we got to fix is that defense now. It's been exposed. Cause like I say, you will see on film they left touchdowns on the field, but it didn't even look their way. They run straight past whenever they got Helms and Branch or Malachi on the same side, they run straight past them. It ain't enough speed.
Man, it's like we don't be hitting Worford. Man, them boy were getting 5 yards every time that boy get that ball. I'm like, okay, it's like they rhythm. First down, they gonna hand the ball off. Pop, he hit it for 5-6 yards. They come back to the line of scrimmage. They going for a pass.
Then you got this quarterback over here. Then you got this quarterback over here who I'm sure understand everything by now. This boy came in with two of them. Imagine if Tua or Judy or somebody get to come back from the league, come down here and play this year.
Man, you still in college. I'm sure you understand right now. I'm sure you understand everything. That's an OC or a head coach's dream to have a person with that much experience under their belt over there. This boy old enough to buy a car from Enterprise and not get taxed for being under 25 in a few months. This boy can buy tobacco and alcohol products for almost 4 years now, and he's still playing football in college. Everybody came in his class, going to pros or already was working with their pops at their farm or something. This boy still in college. Of course he understand by now. And he still forced the loss. Interceptions brought back, the crap 34 did on the punt, the penalties out the penalties. Man, we gave him the game. If this was an alley-oop, man, this would be something to Vince Carter, man. We gave them something pretty. Matter of fact, this Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, man, we just threw y'all the best oop of all time. It's crazy we can have them that many errors and still be in that game. Not be in the game, but have control of the game at the end. We had control of the game. We might be the best in the business. I'm trying to look at it half full, fellas. We might be the best. Like Coach said, it will, like you said, like the caller said earlier, she made a lot of good points. Like she said, we don't want to hear Coach saying something like, we still can win out on the SEC West. And like she said, he forced to say that now. We don't want to hear that crap yet, man. I ain't mad about losing, man, but I'm mad about losing like that.
Yep.
Double-digit win easily with the 40-year-old version over there. Quarterback too old to still be in college.
Back when we played Clemson, we took that L, man. I slept good. I said, you know what? They just was the better team that day. Them boys came to play. Bama was hidden. That was a good game. What I saw the other day was
that's not worth 2 hours of people day right there, man. That's not right. That's not fair for us as fans to sit there. If we just play and they just stop us every play, we just ain't got no answer. And all we can do is blame the OC. You know, we gonna do our fan talk, and we just do our blaming of the OC. That's cool. But to go through all those errors and lose like that, if they just beat us, cool. Like, dang, Tennessee harder than we thought. Okay, they really for real. Okay. But that right there, we wait all week for that. Boys ain't even chanting coming out the locker room. Like the spirit was already down. And we finna go see Will Rogers this week, the leader in the SEC in passing.
The leader.
Coach, they said them boys said they was scared, Coach. They had anxiety into the Tennessee game.
For Tennessee.
Not the
just because they got this 52-year-old quarterback. Y'all get nervous of these boys? And we still had control of the game at the end. But like I say, y'all go from him throwing all these bombs on y'all to going and see Will Rogers and the mad scientist. We finna go see Will Rogers and the mad scientist after getting exposed like that. And even though we got exposed like that, we still could have won by 21. Easily. Saban said in his press conference.
Turnovers than us. And we still lost.
Saban said in the press conference, learning is best after making a mistake. Learning occurs best after making a mistake. That's so true. That's true. Shout out to my GOAT, man. And Saban we trust. I don't want to hear no hate on Nick Saban. Saban said learning is best after making a mistake. In that case, we ought to be the best team in the nation by far by now, Coach.
Exactly.
We should be the best team on a level that y'all ain't never freaking seen, man. Coach, if you said learning best comes after making a mistake, this got to be the best team of all time in 2 weeks, Coach. In 2 weeks, everything we thought about before the season, it got to be coming out right now. We got to see it from here on out to the end.
Yep.
Coach said it himself. If learning comes from making a mistake, I ain't never seen a team make this many mistakes, Coach, in any level. Shout out to Coach B, man. I bet you when he go to his little league football game, they don't have this many penalties. I guarantee you. Talk to me, Coach D. What you say we missed on?
We had 0.
Zero what, Coach D? You on mute.
D-line got absolutely no pressure. I don't know
No
what happened
pressure.
there.
But you
I
you went out,
ain't-
Coach, but you went out, but I heard you say no pressure. But one thing me and Coach Nitty always known ever since the Cam Newton days, we got a package on sometimes that we don't really rush the quarterbacks if we feel that they can take out running, especially when we don't got the super athletic middle linebackers like somebody that can run with a quarterback, somebody like a Rashawn Evans or something. We go really not actually come after you, but we go sit them forward right there, basically like try to contain you. And that's why you didn't see as many runs as he could have had because we really wasn't rushing him like that. So it looked like we don't have. When he called height, if I can't get to you from the jump, I'm just gonna sit here in my lane. I'm gonna try instantly to get back there, and then I'm just gonna sit here. But a lot of times those players, when you call height, they just sit there anyway, man. They don't try to do the little get back there first. And if I can't get, they just take their time and just chill there. So we was just more trying to contain him than rush him.
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, it went out. So 0 quarterback hurries. I heard everything you said there. So that probably was a game plan, like you mentioned.
And every side that Will Anderson was on, they ran a 2-on-1 doubles. They ran 3-2 every side Will Anderson was on. So unless we did a stunt, 2 was gonna be on Will every time.
Somebody else should have been open.
You're right, and it's a game that I thought Braswell would have made this thing. Like I said, Turner made some nice plays recently in a couple of the last games, but far as the totality of the whole year, Braswell been doing his thing, and this seems like the game that he would have had the outside ability to dominate when they send the advantage of the offensive line to Will's side every time. Not most of the time, almost every time the double was going to Will's side. So this would have been the game I thought that Braswell or Dallas, but honestly Braswell, because of how he been playing this year, this could have been his macho comeback game, unless the coaches was actually saying, don't even worry about getting back there, actually contain him, and we go just drop people back in coverage. But they was too fast for our coverage. We'll drop 7 in coverage and can't contain them. At the end of the game, we was dropping 7 and 8 and still couldn't just. It don't even matter if you in my area. I'm not gonna react to you in my area. I'm gonna react to you after the quarterback throw it to you. I don't know if that's the DB coach or what, man. Now, I already know we had one beef with the DBs on not finding the ball, but where we get off on not guarding who in my area? I'm just going to sit over here, guard nobody. It's no one else but this one guy. I'm looking around. It's only one guy close to where I'm at. And ain't nobody look like they finna come under that no time soon. Why I can't go cheat over here toward this guy to I see fit? Ain't nobody else in a radius of me. I'm gonna try to stick to this guy over here. That's what translates your Jalen Ramsey from your normal guy. Okay, I know on this play I'm supposed to be here, but it's no one over here. Let me smidge over here just a little. Stay with you until you get to this other guy, and then I'll release. I ain't doing that over here. We ain't know none of that. If you ever played John Madden football or anything, the defensive play that you see when you call it, when they call height, that's where those guys line up at. They just drop back where they supposed to be. They don't recognize and find somebody in that area. I'm looking at the first line of defense when they call height, when they show instant replay from the back, everybody on that first line is looking at the quarterback. No one is looking to see who behind me, next to me, to the right or left of me. They just drop back in their little area looking at the quarterback. I don't get it. I got it on film. Patreon.com/Coach John Doe tonight if you want to see it. Otherwise, you wait till it hit YouTube. I got it on film. So I don't know if it's is this how we coaching? They still teaching dinosaur football, or is the players just not reacting?
Hey, get Bo in here, man. That's a former player. I want to hear what he got to say about it.
Hook him up, Coach D.
Cause see,
I
like I
sent him an
said,
invite, he hasn't accepted.
cause like I said, I want
Roll
to see
Tide, everybody out there.
how he
Go ahead,
feel
Coach.
about what these guys doing out there. Like, is it something that do he feel like they need to go down there and talk to them boys? What he feel like they done lost that he can see from on the outside looking in?
Coach, I hear you on that. Let me ask you this, Coach.
What's that?
Bryce be dropping back there trying to find time for his life, doing all that. At the end of the day, no matter how much he throwing it, Bryce still got those legs. I often try to get him out that wheelchair and use him sometimes, but let me tell you this. Bryce played an exceptional game. Why on some of these plays, when we got 3rd and 2 or something like that, and we got this ultimate running guy who don't like to run, granted, we understand that, but instead of when he back there fighting for his life running around, we can have design runs, just like we got for Miro, for Bryce, that's going to the outside, whatever side to run, same way we used to do for Tua. You got trips or whatever side you got your receivers on, and a running back on that same side, call height, that quarterback, which you can't account for on the defense. That's why when you run the Wildcat, you put the quarterback at the receiver spot. Let's lead the quarterback back there. They're not ready for this. Call height, he followed the running back behind those 3 receivers and whichever one of our tackles the strongest, and we do the same thing we used to do then, man. We got a running quarterback. We don't get funky with the plays. We running 1992 stock plays, man. Only time we get to see that boy use those legs is when pressure is on. You can use those legs and get down. I ain't saying run it for 30. I ain't saying do some Lamar Jackson plays, but sometimes when you know they finna blitz or whatever y'all talking about, we got a running quarterback, man. You can't account for his legs when y'all counting all these blitzers. We see his legs when plays break down. Let's see him with some design plays. With the intention before the play. Bryce, looking at him in his eyes. Get down. Get what you can get and get down.
Well, you see, we see that he can't slide, Coach. He ain't no baseball player.
But he still got us. But he got us what we needed.
He almost got killed.
Yeah, that's on him though. I don't think he's gonna do that every play. The next play, when we asked him to actually run it, that was spur of the moment. He know on a running play designed for him that I'm getting down off the rip. He did that on spur of the moment. Now on the play designed for you, I'm telling you, I just told you, I looked in his eyes. Bryce, get down. Now call height when you're ready. That spur of the moment, yeah, he didn't get down. And I say it on the film. Like, what are you doing? You see him coming. Could have jammed your arm up or something. You got to utilize those legs sometimes. That's a weapon we don't use. We going to war right now. All we doing is shooting pistols and ARs. We got some grenades on our sides, man. Throw them. Those grenades right now are the legs. We can use them safely. When y'all doing those threats, they can't account for that. We only see them when they break down, man. We still in the game after all that because we league you. This ain't NFL you, man. It's league you. This the league. Ain't no other team you can get that much. That's the number. Man, we weren't playing Alabama State. We weren't playing UAB. We was playing the number 6 team in the nation that felt they had their best team in years. And we spotted them every chance we got an opportunity to do so.
No discipline, man. I can't believe the boy did that.
Beat ourselves, man. Straight alley-oop. All we got to do is fix that defense. First of all, get out that zero coverage. When you know one of those safeties go get locked on their receiver. Stupidity.
Oh, they just beat us on this. It was luck, though. It was luck. You know how we be on when we play to go. That was luck, man. I bet he won't do it again. Do it again. So you go get out this coverage with zero coverage to what one of the safety got to lock in. Well, matter of fact, coach, they did. Got in cover 3, got ran straight past him. So like I say, somebody got to get benched. Whole secondary need a check. We were just bragging on them saying they hadn't allowed a passing touchdown all year, but who had we faced outside of Texas? And Texas should have had 4 of them.
Hold on, Bo say he trying to get added. Add him in, D. Bo, check your
there you
go.
go. Yo.
What it do, bro?
Bo Train.
What's happening?
You got it. Man, what you see Saturday, man, talk to us from the inside, man. We don't want to hear that fan talk. We need to know from the inside what's going on, because we all puzzled, man. You got me on here talking religion all the way to NIL, man. Just talk to me, Bo.
All right, so first, I want to say that it's all start with the leadership team. So the team is going to be reflecting on the leadership team. That's why.
So who would that be, Bo, if everybody keep leaving early? Who would that be? Do that consist of juniors?
Yeah. I was a junior and I was a leader. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
He put the people on the leadership team who does things the right way. You know what I'm saying? And lead by vote.
Mm-hmm.
So what I see is the problem is that our leaders ain't vocal.
Right.
So
they just pout and go their own direction,
Why
huh?
you think Coach Saban said he didn't hear any chanting from the players?
Right.
When we came through there, we talked it mad dog stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I already know, Bo. Talk, man.
We don't have no leaders on our team that gonna slap somebody upside the head and get some act right. We don't have that.
Right.
We have a lot of yes man going on around now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I told you, Coach. We got a lot of yes men, and we got a lot of finesse players, no dogs.
Listen, and we got a lot of prima donna players on our team. And the reason why I say a lot of prima donna is because why in the hell is we wearing green mouthpiece when we don't even have green in our uniform? And then you don't even have the mouthpiece tucked in your mouth and hanging from your damn helmet. We don't do stuff like that at Alabama. That's breaking the tradition. That's breaking the code because we don't separate ourselves from our teammates. We all look together. That's why we all wear black and white cleats and white socks. You don't see nobody out there wearing no red socks or no red long sleeve or nothing like that. It's all black and white.
Right. One of the leaders to detect him.
You know what I mean? So all them boys that's out there wearing that green mouthpiece, get that shit out your mouth, man. Because first of all,
ain't no leader. If you would have checked them, Bo.
Exactly, because first of all, that ain't even tradition of Alabama. And another thing I want to speak on, we getting all these transfer guys that coming in here that don't even know the standard of Alabama. These guys coming in playing on some I'm finna do me and get up out of here. Nah. You got to play team ball. You got to play by Alabama. You got to play Alabama football, the Bama standard way. We built this. That's why I say built by Bama, not built by such and such and such and such. It don't say built by Julio, built by Dante. It say built by Alabama. Yeah, Julio
talk to me.
Julio built the stuff for us to have, and we built the stuff for those guys to have over there right now. But they over there thinking that they done done something already. They ain't won nothing. Y'all didn't put no work in. Y'all did all on 110 this summer to go out there and get embarrassed against Tennessee. Y'all did all that overtime and working out and running out there in the half sun in the summer to go out there and get embarrassed by Tennessee. We put in so much work to celebrate for 10 minutes at the national championship because that's all you get is 10 minutes to celebrate and then back to the basics. So you mean to tell me you trained for 9 months? You trained for 9 months out of the year to celebrate for 10 minutes. And soon as you step on the field and you see these 100,000 fans wearing burnt orange and white, all of a sudden you look like a deer out of headlight now. But when it coming into this, you were this, you were that, you built for this, you built for that. But when the time come down to it, our big playmakers ain't make big plays in big time situations. You got one of the best defender, and you dropping him in coverage. Not put no pressure on the quarterback. Tennessee played a with 2 stand up in, which is a 50 front, and they called the A and the B gap, and they rushed 2 out the end. And the one that then the play that you talking about, P, when Bryce Young got sacked, they slid the offensive line to the right instead of sliding to the north side, which is why the spinner got the sack.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. You talking about when 21 grabbed Bryce and grabbed him. He faked the first guy, but the second guy grabbed him. Yeah, I got that on the film too. Yeah, but like you said, the right tackle, I said it too, the right guard and the right tackle. My bad. The left guard and the left tackle both stunted to the right, and 21 ran right past him.
Yep. And then and another thing, them boys, man, we dropped an 8 into cover and we still getting beat deep.
Still getting beat. But we got to bench somebody.
Is that Bo? Is that coaching, or is that on the players? Who's the blame for? Who's the most to blame for what happened at Tennessee?
No, if 8 people back. Oh, I thought you talking about that play. You talking about the overall game,
I'm
coach?
talking about that play and overall. I want his aspect on both.
If I got 8 people back in coverage, I expect somebody to make a play. All y'all supposed to be stars from various places around the region. Somebody got to have ball instinct. You can't blame that on the coaches. That's the coaches allowing all y'all to drop back. Somebody do something. Somebody have some instinct.
Man, the coach can only do so much, man.
Right.
Listen, I can go out there and call the same play that Bill O'Brien called, and my plays can probably work. But like I told you, your players is gonna be reflecting on your leadership team. Your leadership team gonna be reflecting on your coaching. Look who we got at our OC and DC. Those not no Kirby Smart on no Pruitt.
Right.
DC.
Right.
Those
right.
Those Kirby Smart and Pruitt is 2 totally different people from Pete Gold. Them guys,
right.
Them guys were making players think they even good enough to play at Bama.
Right.
Man, listen.
Right.
I came in with some guys, man. Listen, these guys were telling me, man, listen, man, this shit make you is I even good enough to play at Alabama? If I even good enough to play ball? Do I really want to do this shit? Do I really want to put all that work in and do it? Do I really want to go out here and do it, run that 6:30 in the morning? But guess what? This is what you signed up for. When you came to Alabama, ain't no national championship gonna fall in your hand, man. And just by walking around on campus, you got to go work for it. One thing we did, we separate ourselves from other teams.
Right.
And those guys not separating themselves, man. And you can see those guys will look. Them guys, man, listen. We not even playing physical football. You can tell when the game come on, man. The first 3 plays, them guys look soft.
They hit him in the mouth.
We got number 7 and he getting beat. He giving up on the play. No, man, Big Cam don't get beat. They finna redeem themselves. They finna go back and try to block the guy. They ain't finna sit there and clap their hand like, damn, I messed up. Nah.
Right. Especially when you got a quarterback like that, they keep the play open. You're right, Bo. Especially when you got a quarterback that keep the play going.
Them guys laughing at me.
You breaking up a little bit, Bo. What you said?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I said, why is we throwing the ball on the 40-yard line? On the 30-yard line?
What'd you say?
I said, why is we throwing the ball on the 40-yard line?
That's what I just told him, man. All the risk and throwing, man. Bryson already did his job. It's just like handing it to Marshawn Lynch if you the Seahawks.
Listen, man, we got a play clock. In college, it's the play clock about 37 seconds. It's 40 seconds left on the clock. You run the ball 2 times, the clock at 10 seconds. If we and I don't care how far the field goal is, Will should make that field goal. And I'm gonna give you one reason why that he should make every field goal that he go out there and kick. Because he don't do nothing but kick all practice. Then you got one job. Make the field goal, man.
Right. But look, and not only do he got one job, he been showing us that he got the capabilities of being the best doing that one job. That's why I'm trying to tell Coach.
We want to milk that clock and make him the last person to touch that ball in regulation. We already, like you said, going into this game. Okay, now, Coach Nitty, from this game on, I might consider, like you said, oh, well, we know we're nice, but maybe we do need to keep it in Bryce to move a little further up. Okay, but coming into that game, I knew we had the best kick in the field goal, even with the mishaps last week. You do a game. You've been hitting so many, you do a mishap. But like he say, I want to milk this clock and make it to where my guy is the last one to get it, no matter if I get 1 yard, 3 yards, or 8 yards and 3 carries.
If he miss it with 5 seconds left on the clock, then we got overtime.
And we going into overtime. And all the risk going in passing. There's no risk in running. Where did he drop back and throw a little ball right there and they get tipped? Man, they'll be cursing Bill O'Brien them out and all that right now. That ball get tipped on a quick slant. One of the linemen tip it. It goes straight back to one of the defenders and it get intercepted. Man, we run the ball right there. We got 2 home run hitters back there. They only need one shine of daylight and it might be over with. Forget 2-3 yards. We might go to the house. Y'all tripping, man. The boys get back there so far. As soon as Bryce pull the ball back, he get hit and it's a fumble.
I get what y'all saying about running the ball. But the yardage
I get what you're saying about passing the ball. And the boy should have caught the ball. But that's the risk you take. That's the risk you take.
The yardage we was trying to get him closer, we felt we couldn't get it running.
That's a damn lie. We already in this field goal range. He just hit a 52. All we need to do is center this thing, man. What are you talking about? If we didn't have Will, I would agree with you. We had Will.
Of course he can kick 50 yards, but if I can get closer, why not?
But I'm not banking that we're not gonna get closer.
They kicker wasn't expecting it when they were just trying to get close enough for him. They got to the damn near. They got a 20-some yard field goal out of that. 30
yeah, because the man was so open. But this is what I'm trying to tell you, Coach. I wasn't banking on kicking a 50-yarder because I'm saying run it 3 straight times. If you will listen to me, I got 2 of the best home run hitters in college football. All either one of them need is an inkling of daylight. Let me refresh you on the run that I was telling you about earlier, Coach Nitty. Just listen to me. It's 3rd down and 2, maybe been 3 or 4. I can't remember, but it was 3rd down. They got 8 in the box, 4 with their hand in the ground, Coach. 4 right behind them. You're gonna see it on my film. I'm talking about it. Soon as he called height, when Jace pressed the hole in the middle, he did an instant bounce to the outside and instantly got 4 yards. So you can bring all the players you want. All those cats need is one inkling of daylight. You bringing all them up on one layer of defense, you might handicap yourself, man. But I'm not banking on kicking a 50-yarder. I'm saying if we don't get any yards, at least it's no more time, and I still got Will. But I'm not setting Will up for no 50-yarder. Y'all just set him up for a 50-yarder. With the crap you talking about throwing the ball. No matter who folks to deal with. Oh, he supposed to call it. He supposed to ran this route. That's the risk you take.
Right.
I think what it is, man. I believe in running the football. True enough. But I just ain't sold on all line, man. They not dominate like they supposed to.
You right. On random plays, they
so it leads us to that.
On random plays, they don't. But if we finna get them boys 3 straight times, I'm finna put money down that on 3 straight times after all this we done went through in this game, on 3 straight runs, we finna make some shake. I guarantee you.
How could you dominate? How could you be sold on the offensive line when they don't even give the offensive line a chance?
For real, the boy just had Bo. The boy lead the nation in rushing the last 2 weeks, Bo. The boy lead the nation, not the SEC. The nation in rushing the last 2 weeks. You won't even give him one chance. The boy might hit a home run. You don't want to help me though.
Bo, the boy had 20 carries, Bo.
Man, listen, we should have got on that center. With 40 seconds left. Bryce Young, get your ass on the center with one back in the backfield.
Bryce ain't never got under the center.
Bo, look at this.
That's why he need to get out of the center.
Bo, look at this.
You get out of the center and you hand that ball out to the running back, he got 4 ways he can go.
I'm with that power. I'm with the power stuff. We don't do that. I just been speaking. I spoke on that earlier. We too finessing. I spoke on that. We ain't powering up no more. Even the pistol. Out of the pistol it worked. We ain't running that.
Hey, Mar, remember this. Coach Nettie, check me out. If we don't run the ball with him versus Arkansas at the end, y'all don't never see those 2 long runs. How many yards did he have before that? Don't tell me about what he had in any part of the game. No more, Coach. Never. Don't you never tell me what he had before. Every play this boy touched the ball is a home run opportunity. Don't tell me. So hold on. So before he hit those home runs, he probably had the same yards you talking about this game. I don't care what he did coming into that play. Give these boys the opportunity, man. The boy lead the nation in rushing the last 2 weeks. You ain't gonna give him one try. One single try, go help him and go help the team and Will. One try.
I said, hey, I'm all for a run play right there. I'm cool with it, but I understood the plays that were called.
If I'm down points and we need more points, I'm putting the ball in my Heisman hand. We already where we need to be. He has done his job. We don't need Bryce right now, unless we run in the Wildcat because of the blitz. We don't need Bryce. We where we need to be. Hand the ball off to guarantee clock movement, man. Why is you still arguing that?
I'm not arguing.
There's no way around it. Like Future say, there's no way around it.
I said I agree with running the ball a player right there. I said that. But all I'm saying is what was called wasn't wrong.
It is wrong because you assume all the risk. Ain't no risk in running, man.
Stop the risk. There wasn't no risk. The man could have caught the ball.
Why didn't he catch it? Because that's a risk. It's a risk. You can drop the ball. That's one of the risks you take.
You can fumble. You can fumble too. It's been proven.
That's one of the risks you take. You can fumble in both of them, catching and receiving. That's the only risk.
You can fumble and recover the ball, but when you throw it, it's a chance you can get picked and you can't get it back.
Hey, and then guess what? If you hand the ball off straight to your running back, I'm guaranteeing he already know to cover that ball. But when your quarterback
and the offense gonna lie, and the offensive line gonna push him for 5.
Right, and guess what? And look, the running back know to cover that ball up. And if it's the quarterback though, when he take 2 hands off that ball to throw it, where one of the blitzers hit him. That running back gonna have 2 hands on the ball the whole time. It's going straight from my quarterback to his bread basket. We ain't worried about a fumble. All the risks are in the pass game. That's why you left Will where he was. I ain't said the play wasn't a good call. I said you assume all the risks. I ain't said take it out of my Heisman quarterback hand. I say you assume all the risks. If Coach P calling the play, we don't got no risk. We win the game. In the middle of the field. I watch every week Will kick an extra point straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And I shout him out every week straight down the middle. Somebody throw the ball and leaving time on the clock. Did you watch Mahomes versus the Bills? That's too much time for somebody that ain't got nothing to lose, man. And look at our defense playing.
So y'all just said so. We comparing them to Mahomes now. That shit, we shouldn't even gave up no, even with 15 seconds to go, bro.
No, game. I'm not comparing him to Mahomes. I'm just showing you that it's able to be done.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, but let me speak on that.
I ain't comparing that 53-year-old cat to no done Mahomes, man. Get it for real.
But what I'm saying is this, though. 15 seconds to go, man. Our defense
should have been 1, should have been 0, but go ahead.
Our defense get blitzed.
That's the risk you take, but go ahead. That's the risk you take for passing the ball and setting your defense up like that. But go ahead.
But okay, so see what I'm saying? So now y'all
You set that up. You set that up, Mr. Pass the Ball. But go ahead. You set that up for your defense.
All right.
We know they've been playing bad. I'm gonna protect them.
Okay.
Well, by the time we'll kick this ball, it ain't no time left. I'm gonna protect that defense that's been getting exposed all night. I'm gonna do that. And if we don't get 1 single yard, I'm still going to believe in Will, and it's going to be in the middle of the field. First 2 running plays, we going to go to the outside, away from the heart of the blitz. The last run play, I'm going to try to center it up. Ain't nobody in the second level. That man make 1 dead leg cut, and he might be out to the races. Y'all boys sick, man. 2 runs to the outside, 1 up the middle. It's over with. It don't matter if they got 8 people across the defensive line of scrimmage, if they all flat out. Let's just pick one side and dominate that side. That means the other side, it don't matter they got 4 on the other side.
So basically what y'all saying, what Nick Saban said. Nick Saban clearly said. What did Nick Saban say the reason we didn't run the ball right there? It favored, they were bringing, they was blitzing, they had so many blocks. We figured that the pass made more sense at that point.
So hey, that's coaching, that's out coaching yourself, coach. That's out coaching yourself.
So you said Coach Nick Saban is wrong.
No, Coach Nick Saban is covering up for the cause to say he stand behind his people, man. What are you talking about? Man, I ain't never said Nick was wrong.
Listen.
This man sound crazy.
Listen, if Coach Smith throwing a fit last game about running the ball, what makes you think he don't want to run the ball the next game?
That's what I'm trying to tell him. He just protecting his folks. He ain't gonna do no ass chewing live on TV, man.
He know what our bread and butter is. He know we say run.
Identity. He was just screaming this last game like he said.
And that's how we scare other teams. Come out running the ball physical. When we came out, those guys wasn't physical. Team, they were lacking focus. They were looking like down the head, like we got receiver jumping outside. Why you jumping outside for? You don't even need to know the snap count. You're supposed to be looking at the ball. Why
right. You don't even got to move. Right.
Then we got Robinson. He want to be superhero and dive on the ball. On the live ball.
He didn't die. They pushed him because he was trying to make that bonehead play.
He won't play. Man, he won't play no more.
Oh, he came back and played that game, man.
But he won't play that game. I want to tell you.
Bo, I'm not on the field. Let me see if I get this right, Bo. Let me ask you this. I got to take. I look at it and I got this. What I diagnosed on the breakdown. On one of the last plays, they blitz, and like they say, they bring them. We got 3 receivers on the outside. They got 1 person on each one of them. That's 3 out of the 11 players. The rest of the 8, they not in the box. They spread a flat line across our defensive line. Okay, meaning when I call hike, if I hand it straight up the middle right here, that's probably the hard it is. Even though, like I said, if I get daylight to either side, I can bounce. But let me ask you this, Bo. If I level this off and pick one side, whichever side my best lineman on, and pick that side and put a helmet on the helmet. And now I know it's 4 defenders over here. It don't matter what, if I'm from my center out, let's say I'm running to the left, I'm looking at the behind the center. From my center to the left, I got them the guys that we trying to beat. It don't matter that you got 4, 7, 9, or 10 guys on the right side of my center now. So I don't care. You brought everybody up. I'm only focused on these guys over here. Right. Yeah, you got 8 players down here, but I'm finna just focus over these. Them guys on the right side ain't gonna even matter. And now you ain't got nobody in the secondary to help stop this guy. So if I do just like I did versus Arkansas, I'm just gonna run parallel. As soon as I see the hole, I'm gonna do a super speed dead leg, and I'm gonna be through the hole, and I'm gone. That's all he do.
With that, we just could have ran outside zone with check with me. Check with me if we going to the side, if the ball is, if the play is going to the side where all the men's at, we audible and go to the side where the legs men's at. Easy 1, 2, 3.
Exact. Okay, that's all I'm saying, man. And guess what? Even if you don't get but 1 or 3 yards, that clock is gone. Now we're kicking a 47-yard field goal. We kicking a 47-yard field goal from the middle of the field instead of 50 yards, and I bet you we hit it.
It takes 4 seconds to even get a play off. And when a play moving, it takes 15 seconds. And then when the clock moves,
and they only had 2 timeouts.
So we would have made them burn them 2 timeouts.
They would have been gone. They would have kicked the ball. We would have kicked the ball with 0 seconds on the clock. And like I say, I don't plan on getting 1 to 3 yards and 3 carries. We might get a touchdown, or we might get 12 yards and 3 carries. I don't know. But he act like I'm saying I bow down and think we finna just go run 3 straight times for 0 yards. I'm not trying to get Will to kick a 50-yard. I feel we're gonna move this ball with 3 straight carries. But one thing I do know that's gonna move is that clock all the way down to 1 second before I kick this ball. No matter if I get 1 yard, 7, or 13. And I guarantee you we would have got some yards if we told them linemen, this what it all, we done played the worst game of all time. We can pull it all back right here. Y'all just push. No, man, built by Bama. I'm putting my money on the line. I don't care what they did before that, man. Talking about what we done did all game. I done seen 8 in the box, and we still get a first down on them boys. You don't know what's going to happen on each play. And like I said, don't take but one play for either one of those run backs to hit a touchdown.
Come into the season, coach. What you want to see? Passing. What I was telling you. Man,
Ooh, all I wanted to see was Gibbs. You know this.
Hold up. No.
You talking to me? You must be talking to Coach D. All I wanted to see was Gibbs.
No, you wanted to see the passing game. We spoke on this.
Oh, yeah. You're right about my receivers. Okay, I get what you're saying. My bad. You're right. I definitely did. I get what you were saying.
We need to run the ball. We need to run the ball.
Oh, yes. No, Coach. No, in a situation, you know I'm all about the run. Now, you didn't just prove nothing. In any situation, you know I'm run first, especially inside the goal line when we trying to throw it where it's the most congested on the field. You know I'm all about the run. Even all the way back when Tua threw the interception versus Tennessee, back in they thing, inside the 10-yard line or wherever that was. No, man, I don't throw the ball in yards like that. If just like that on that third down versus Tennessee back then, I would have just ran and settled for the field goal that we had to. We was up. I can't remember the situation, but I wouldn't have been throwing it that deep, that far in. I told you before, we was watching the game together. Just like on this situation. Yes, I want to see the team throw the ball overall and get this passing down pack before we see big games. But in a situation like that, man, you know I'm all about the run. Don't play with me, Coach. I live and die in them trenches, and I'm a slim cat. Don't play with me, man. Got to see them run the ball right there.
All I'm saying is this, bro.
We definitely have a dominant receiver. We don't have an Adarius Stewart, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, Marquis Main type. We don't have those type of guys anymore. We got solid.
And everybody's supposed to have the potential. And everybody got the potential though. Everybody 4- and 5-star receiver, but we just can't get the best out of nobody on a consistent basis for nothing. I want to give out some raffle tickets, and whoever put up the best stats per game can get some. Maybe they'll step it up. I don't know what we got to do, man. I'm out here fishing, Bo.
We got anybody else want to come in and speak, man?
Yeah, anybody want to speak? And Coach D, if not, let me know what we missed out on, man. We'll wrap this up. Don't want to take everybody Monday too much, but y'all already knew this was gonna be long, though.
Brian Christian Miller in.
Who?
Christian Miller.
Oh yeah, I ain't realize he was on here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Shout out to him too, whether he get on or not, because some people be having difficulty. Yeah, bring that in. It's another stud from the past. Talk to him.
I don't see Coach D on, bro. You might have to do it yourself.
Oh, Coach D might have. Let me see. Yeah, Coach D might have got off. Let me see. All right, where you at? Oh, I got him. Okay, you got him. You send it, Coach?
No, you send it to me. I'm able to send it, or you?
Oh, I'm gonna invite you for co-host. There you go. Go ahead.
All right.
Hey, shout out to everybody out there listening to Roll Tide amongst yourselves. Yeah, I'm gonna go and invite him to speak to. Hey, Christian Miller, you able to speak, man?
Y'all here?
There you go, man. What's up with you, man?
Can't call it, man. Just trying to figure this thing out, just like y'all.
I know, man. Hey, man, good to hear from you, man. Hey, you know, we hear from the legends like Bo all the time, man. Some of you guys throwback that put down for the school, man. Hey, good to hear from you, man. Hey, we didn't even know you was in here, man.
Yeah, man, I just got in here not too long ago. I've been listening, man. Y'all got some good stuff.
Hey, appreciate it. What you see this year, man? Talk to us, man. You know, we got some questions for you soon, but is there anything you want to say off the top before we dig into you?
Man, y'all been covering everything, but, you know, this past week, man, obviously the same stuff, though. There's too many penalties and, you know, but things like that I've been noticing, you know, small details like, you know, eye discipline. You know, I think a lot of people are complaining about, you know, coverages and whatnot, but realistically, a lot of those could have been cleaned up with better eye discipline, taking better angles. It's those little details that I feel like we've just been lacking. We haven't seen out of this team. And they've just been coming back to bite us, you know, and they finally caught us. So we got to clean those up. Got to clean them up. Right.
Let me ask you this. Knowing how we rush, you probably know best. How was we looking? All right, so we see we didn't have big we didn't have pressure versus Tennessee.
Right.
Is me and Coach needed about what we diagnosed as in on some of the plays? Are y'all not told not to really bust gaps and get out of whack, trying to get to the quarterback, really just hold and contain him right there?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So it depends. You got some situations where you really just want to push the pocket, maybe
Right.
get your hands up, make sure you're containing the quarterback, but at the same time, you still want to be effective. You can't be playing too soft, meaning like, hey, we're just trying to contain them, but we're not getting
Right.
pressure. You can't let a
Right.
quarterback that talented just sit back in that pocket, and that's kind of
Right.
what I was seeing with some of the guys and another go. So I went back and watched them Tennessee play Pittsburgh because that was a close game. And I was kind of curious what those guys were doing on defense. And when I watched Pittsburgh's defense play them, when they were running their pressures, man, those guys just seemed a lot more aggressive getting after. And I don't know if our guys were a little fatigued with some of that tempo or what, but we were throwing some pressures in our game plan, but it's just it didn't seem like we were really running them effectively. Guys didn't really seem like they were hitting it like they should have.
Right.
But yeah, no, I agree. I feel like that lack of pass rush in this past game kind of caught up to us because it was tough. When you got a quarterback that's in contention to win the Heisman, man, you got to affect him. You got to make him uncomfortable. And the couple times that we did do that, we saw a turnover force. There's an interception. He threw a high ball because both defensive ends did a good job pushing the pocket. Got in his face and he threw a bad throw and it forced interception. So
Right.
we got to do a much better job affecting those quarterbacks. And I don't. Me personally, I feel like with the talent we have on the edge, I would just, have 4-man rushes. If you need to drop people, that's fine because I would just let Will line up wide, let him get a one-on-one with that tackle. They're probably going to try to
Right.
chip him with the back or a tight end, but, run stunts, run TE games, ET games, do what you got to do. But there's just too many times I feel like I see him lined up in almost like a 4-eye technique. And, we're
Right.
like 245 pounds and rushing out of a 4-eye, man, that's tough, especially as a lighter guy.
Okay. I said the same.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you something. How you feel about the team as a whole
Mm-hmm.
compared to you were there to now? What's missing? Is Coach Saban not on them boys like he used to be on y'all?
Man,
It
see this.
dialed it down a little bit because of the NIL, and he feel like, you know what, I can't talk to these guys no more. They making money now.
Man, so I don't necessarily think it's that, and it's always tough, especially me doing like radio and silent stuff, because I don't ever want to be too critical of people. Because I've been in the program, I understand how that stuff works, but I think it's just one of those things, man, where it's just, and again, I'm not saying this in a negative light, but I feel like the teams in both can attest to this too. I feel like we got some of these guys on the team now, but when we had guys, like the Rubens. Ronnie Harrison's, the John Allens, the Ashons, we just had dudes on the team that really just hated folks. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
shit, we were
Right.
almost getting in fights with each other on the sideline.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's just almost like that level of intensity, is just a little bit different, And I think there's some guys on the team right now that have it, but it just has to trickle down to everybody else. Like I just was listening to Coach Saban talk earlier, and he was mentioning that them boys weren't even doing the chant, coming out the tunnel where
Right.
we
Right.
always say, boys ain't ready to shit. That chant, we do that every
Right.
game.
Right.
And supposedly there wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Right.
that don't sound right to me because, like, shit, we love playing on the road. Like, screw that. I mean, sure, everybody had nerves, but, like, shit, we
So
wanted
right
to go
then,
in them
so right
games.
then,
Huh?
so right then, the leadership group should have been somewhere and checking, like, hey, what the fuck is going
What
on
we
with y'all?
doing? Right.
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 What we doing?
And like I said, I wasn't there, and I'm not trying to get on nobody. I'm just Coach Saban
No,
said
man.
they asked him in the
No,
We
media.
Chris.
talking about
No,
the players.
Chris.
We
We
ain't
see what
speaking.
they don't and say what they
Come
want on
on.
this show. Speak your mind,
Yeah,
Come on,
Chris.
we ain't talking
come
about
on,
Coach
Chris.
Saban.
Come
None
on,
of that. We talking
come on,
about these
Chris.
players, bro.
Speak your
Come
mind,
on,
Chris.
Chris.
This that
Chris,
platform
you
right here,
know,
man.
Chris. Hold up,
No,
Chris,
no, no, no.
you know when I got up and talked, it was, you know what I'm saying?
No, and I was about to say, and even on the offense side of the ball, Bo talked that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was one that, like, I was voted captain senior year, but I was a little bit different. I was more lead by example.
Right. Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody in
everybody's
that
in
boat.
different.
We
So
understand.
I'm not gonna sit here and get on here and act like, yo, I was doing all that stuff too, right? But I knew my role though, right?
Right. Right.
But at the same
See
time,
what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? People that we had on our team, people knew they role, bro. Like
right?
Christian Miller, like when we was freshmen, some of us ain't play on number one special team, but get what though? We took that special team serious.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I remember you
Look,
used to talk about that like that, Bo. No lie. Talk about that special team. You right.
No, he's exactly right. And I think nowadays it's a little bit different with some of these guys coming in. Everybody's expecting to come in here and they want to be the man right away, and they don't
They
understand
divas.
you got to earn your stripes. Like I knew me personally, I had to earn my stripes. I was
Right.
sitting behind 4 or 5 stars, and I knew I had to develop. I had to get better. I had to get bigger, stronger, faster, whatever. And I had no problem doing that because that was part of it. I just knew it would pay off when my time came. You
Right.
know what I mean? And like Bo said, we embraced our roles. I mean, me and Bo both on special teams. Matter of fact, I just seen a clip when we played at Tennessee. Me and both were on punt return blocking Freddie Jackson. He's taken to the house, and me and both celebrating because we're excited. We enjoyed
Right.
it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We
Right.
embraced that role.
Yeah. Y'all glad to be out there. These guys expect to be on the field. At their position and stuff off the rip.
Right. Exactly. So
Rick's
it's a
already
little bit
told
different,
me
man.
that. He did some old divas crap here last week on where they said he pulled his all his Alabama stuff off Twitter and put up him in the LSU stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, we saw
Why
that.
we on social media, bro?
Right. I mean, we used to give
Before a big
dudes
game
hell for
like that.
being.
This before the Tennessee game now.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
agree.
different.
I agree with you on that. Hey, speaking of what you saying about the divas, hey, about the about them divas. That's what I meant to say. I messed up when I said earlier. I've been telling y'all we got divas over dogs. Bo called them prima donnas, and I also agree with you too, Chris, about Christian, when you say like you said, we don't need to drop. We don't need to bring Toro down with the blitz when we bring in our true full rushers. You know what I'm saying? We be bringing five sometimes, knowing that fifth ain't gonna get in, which most of the time is Toro just in the middle wide open. Just gonna leave him right there in the middle and let them dogs work down there, man. I don't see why they be trying to bring everybody. And like last year, we was doing something similar to that. I used to call it zero success blitz. Zero success blitz. Zero success blitz. That's all they used to do. We wouldn't get no pressure. But they sending all them people. We ain't got to do that this year. Especially bringing the middle linebackers out the middle, man. Leave him right there in case the running back pop out or in case somebody come across the middle. But like I said, even about them, even Toro had the time, he ain't looking behind him to see who coming from which way. He's just staring back, looking at the quarterback eyes, trying to read him on which lane to jump. When you can already get a guess for which side you might have to go to by who coming off the line. It ain't just him. They don't, their first line of defenders don't, when they in zone, they don't survey who in their area. Even on the end of the game, when they throwing up at the end, y'all will see it on my video. They never really jump every time on who in their area. They react after the ball thrown. It ain't instinct, man.
No, that's a great point. That was one of the biggest things that I kept seeing when I was rewatching it is that again the eye discipline, the angles, and then what you just mentioned right there is just their awareness, their spatial
Right.
awareness, and their zone coverages. Guys were just playing too soft. What can happen is sometimes when you get beat deep like they were, early on, like with Hyatt, guys start playing a little softer because they don't want to get beat deep
Right.
again.
Exactly.
But
Facts.
you have to have awareness, game time awareness. Like these guys are
Mm-hmm.
trying to field goal. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to give up that big play, for a touchdown at the end, but you also can't let them convert a 30-yard pass to set them up for a field
Exactly.
goal. You have to have better
Exactly.
awareness of the situation right there
Right.
and really plaster receivers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for some reason, it just doesn't seem like. I don't know if it's fatigue, a lot going on, the crowd noise, or what it be, but the guys just have to play with better discipline and really understand situational football and know their zones. When you're dropping, you can't just drop to a landmark. Normally in defense,
Exactly. That's
drop
what I
10 to
said
12
earlier.
yards, right? Like that's your footprint, right? You drop 10 to
Right.
12 yards, but then you
Right.
have to feel out your zone. You have to feel crossers, and you have to have a lot
Right.
of pre-snap stuff that guys have to understand too. Like, and then they learn all this. I'm telling you, we learn all this. Like, you have to understand, like, if number one runs this route, expect a dig coming behind you. Expect to put the guys have to go
Right.
back
The
to the basics.
combos. Exactly. You're
You know
right.
what I mean? And I think that's what we're missing
Man,
out
we
on.
do that on Madden. I know y'all do it in real life, man. Come on. Combos. Let's go.
Trust me, we definitely do it in practice, and I don't know if guys just kind of get in the game and they're kind of just forgetting those keys or whatnot. But those things are so important to remember. When you get certain looks and certain things on offense, a lot of the time you can go ahead and have an idea on what to expect just off pre-snap looks. And I feel like we need to make sure we're again, it's always the little things.
Right. Right. Man, a lot of times they came out and they almost ran the same play out the same package half the time. The boys, like you said, they were just so nervous of getting beat deep by their speed and reacting so slow to it half time. Man, whether we played man or zone, it was nothing. It might just be the speed. Cause like you said, there's only so much you can blame on the coaches. When I put y'all out here, man, they running by you. He did a double move on Helms. Helms actually did the best possible defense on it and still got smoked by 10 yards.
You're talking about I think it was that he almost like receiver kind of ran like almost like an out and up.
He went out and up. And what's name reacted to it beautifully.
Yeah,
he didn't bite on it. He seen him doing it.
What was crazy is on that play, they dropped 8. We dropped 8 on that play.
Right. So his angle was bad. He shouldn't even went out at him. He should have stayed on top of him from the jump and we dropped 8.
I was about to say, if you're dropping 8, I almost feel like you have to you know play that a little bit softer if you're the last man to defend, because you have so many guys underneath you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's what was interesting. Like you said, man, they like Coach Saban was saying too, they went to dime personnel. They made the adjustments. It's just, again, if you watch, man, it's always like you mentioned, like their reaction time or their eyes. It's just, even if it's a half second, you can't do that. In football, it legit is a game of inches, you know, and you can't afford to be a half second slow, especially with the receiver. I mean, if you see this, these guys are just running vertical, man.
That's what I'm saying. I said on the video, we ain't doing that. They just run, ain't like they run it beautiful. They ran probably, I think, one double route. Otherwise, they just running nines, just running verticals and fake, just straight up the field.
Yeah, but I'll give credit to them too, though, because the way they run their offense, that is a good game plan. The way they wide, they have tight. The receivers are tight together, but they're really wide, split out. In general, and what they did a good job of, they make a lot of their plays look similar. You know, they run a lot of quick screens out of those looks as well. So it's easy for guys to be they're anticipating. They got a trigger on the screen, but then
right.
And they send that.
And by the time you notice it's deep, you might be beat.
It's too late. So they did have a good game plan, but again, man, you just
that's why I said it was nice putting them boys out there that far.
That's where the little things come in to help you when you're playing a team with athletes and a good game plan. The only thing you got left to help you really is you gotta beat them at the little things and use that to your advantage, whether it's pre-snap, post-snap, knowing their tendencies, whatever you can do.
You said something then when you said playing athletes with a good game plan, because half these guys probably ain't even big-time receivers coming out of high school. They just have athletes with a nice game plan ready to go against what we do. That's why I said some of these schools know that they can get their big coaching, their big bonuses by beating Alabama, and they got people already at their staff looking at us all year. They come in with a nice game plan like this with receivers that ain't even talking about that and run straight passes. But we got all these 4 and 5 stars. We can't get behind the defense to save our life. We can't do it for nothing. I just don't understand that. But they running past us like we ain't even out there. I thought, like I said, I think it's time to pull the Eddie Jackson. We're going to have to put the cornerbacks in, replace put the hardest hitting cornerbacks in at safety, and let's try these same schemes and see what we got. Yeah. Eddie Jackson went from a good cornerback to a Pro Bowl safety. I think we might be able to do it again.
Yeah.
So what we got right now, it ain't going to last, man. They done found a chink in our armor. We done tried man and zone, and they getting murdered. And they missed a couple of them. Wide open. You'll see it on my video. No lie. I'm not making this up. You will see it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
Just running straight through us.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to watch y'all's breakdown too, because y'all definitely said some good things, and y'all have seen a lot of good stuff from what I'm hearing. So yeah, because like I said, I haven't watched like the actual film of it. I've just been rewatching the clips on YouTube and stuff, but I've been seeing a lot of similar stuff y'all are seeing, and I'd be curious to see what they're thinking moving forward, because there's definitely a lot of question marks. It's like you mentioned. I mean, do you try moving guys around, try and put guys in different positions and see if they're better in those positions, or there's more success there? I don't know. It's going to be interesting moving forward, though.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
With us playing like we've been playing, spotting 15 points to an offensive juggernaut like Texas, meaning their offensive juggernaut versus us because they OC know our defense like that. Mm. I don't know how they go do against anybody else. Like me and Coach Nita say, they might bomb versus everybody else, but versus us, they go look like some. So versus Texas, giving them 15 and still win that. Playing how we did versus A&M, still won that without our starter. Playing versus Tennessee, how we did, spotting them 17 penalties. Every time we got a chance to get out the field, we stay on the field. Just keep giving them chance out of chance. Does that mean we good to spot them and still really have control over the game at the end?
I know the penalties, like we said, that's going to be hard to clean up. But with that being said, is this a good team? It seems like if we looked at it half full, it was a bad sign, but it might be a good sign for the end of the season if we get everything together.
Right. No, so you got a great point. I was going to circling back to that. So with all my critical, like I said, I try not to be too critical because I've been in these guys' shoes, whatnot. But just, it is what it is. Here's the thing. On a positive note, with the most penalties ever, committed, under program history, or Coach Saban history, whatever the stat is, most penalties committed, most points since I think it was like 1907. The stat was.
That's it.
Yeah, something crazy like that. We still could have, should have, and had the opportunity to win that football game. That's the bottom line.
Right.
And that's with all the negatives. I say all that to say, that should go to show you, like we clearly didn't play our best game. We're better than that. We have better. We know that, and we still should have won that game. Not to mention, people forget this. Tennessee, going into this game, Tennessee was the number 1 rated offense in the country.
Right.
The conference in the country.
In the conference, they were number 2 in the nation.
Yeah, number 1, number 2 in the so this, you know what I mean? Like, you have to take those things into account. I understand we're Alabama. I understand we have a standard, but at the same time, you got to give these guys, you got to give them their credit. Like this one, Tennessee team we've seen the past 15 years. This is probably the best Tennessee team we've seen in a long time.
How old are you, Chris?
I'm 26.
You got a boy that if you went back to Alabama right now, would you rent shop? Right now at this age with your new strength and what you now know about the game, we all say, if I knew then what I know now, if you know now what you know now and you go back to UA right now, or let's just say 2 years ago, if you go back 2 years ago, would you be at your age 2 years ago and you went back to school, you think you would dominate?
Man, I think any athlete honestly would probably say that because, like you mentioned, the more you know, the better you are. And,
now y'all got a 29-year-old quarterback over here, and y'all think y'all got the best team of all time because y'all done got somebody been out here so long he can finally read defense. You give any one of our quarterbacks 13 years of experience, of course he go get out there. You give me a high-end OC and a quarterback this old, you better. I hope they got one next year. I hope they keep one on deck. You better keep your 24 through 26-year-old over there, Tennessee. And you better have them at the end of this year because we'll be right back. Like I said, we don't do all these penalties versus any team. I think we might be straight. As ugly as this was, we might be straight. If we can get some leadership in there. Hey, Christian, y'all got to go back up there, man. Y'all going to have to be, I know y'all got y'all own lives now, but, like Coach Nita said, forget that. Forget that asking y'all why y'all got to go back up there, man. It's time to get y'all some boxing gloves, go up there and just start knocking cats out in their head, man. I'm buying boxing gloves for you, Bo, Ruben. I'm going to get about 4 more of them. And I'm just going to send you up there. Y'all go up there and cut loose.
Hey, we need Running Harrison back back to the school.
Yeah. We gonna let you just go up there and cut loose.
Hey, I'm listening to both of them interviews. But his little podcast, they do. Somebody said, man, we need a boy that sell weed back out there. I need some boys. Hey, we ain't got no dogs out there, man.
But like I was saying, man, I'll finish up this real quick, man. Just so everybody realizes, if we had to pick one to lose, I know we don't want to ever lose one, especially to a team like Tennessee. That would be the one. Again, I'm gonna reiterate.
Right,
top offense in the country. They're a top 5 team now. All right, they're in the SEC East. We still can accomplish all of our goals.
That's fair.
We went out in the West. We go to the SEC Championship. We have opportunity to play in that, win that. Opportunity to play in the playoffs, make it a championship game. Opportunity to win that. So all our goals are still attainable right now. Again, I understand everybody. Anytime Alabama loses a game, because it's not common, everybody starts hitting the panic button. Everybody all the media starts saying that, hey, it's the end of an era. I mean, you can ask Bo. We heard that when we lost to Ole Miss. Not once but twice. We heard it when we lost to Auburn. Ended up still going and win that year, making it. We didn't even play in the SEC championship game. Still got into the playoffs and won it all.
Right.
So you got to understand, man. Like again, it wasn't our best game. We still could have won it. That's the positive side. And at the end of the day, these guys. It means this loss hurts them more than anybody. I know it hurts the fans a lot.
Right.
These guys are in the building, working out every day, watching film every day, going to practice every day, putting their bodies on live. It's tough on them. So we got to cut them a little bit of slack. But here's the thing: you can either sulk over it and be upset, or you can learn from it. And I think with guys like Bryce and Will and those guys, I think they're going to do their best to get these guys to understand. Hey, we need to learn from this. move forward. If we win out, we control our own destiny. That's all that matters. And so I truly believe that's what we'll see. We got Mississippi State this week, bye week. LSU, I think we'll be fine there. And then I think it was what is it? Austin Peay then Auburn, I think, something like that. I might be
Yeah,
missing
something like
something.
that.
Ole Miss had it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Ole
yeah,
Miss.
Ole Miss.
So,
Yeah.
Ole Miss obviously is definitely going to be a tough one, but hey, one game at a time. Right now, they need to put all their
Yeah.
focus in Mississippi State. You got an air raid offense with Mike Leach. They're going to look to try to
Do
spread our
exactly what they
defense
did.
out and try to air the ball out. I'm
Yep.
sure a little bit. So be prepared
Right.
for that. But this is a great opportunity to go into this week with what we learn now. And apply the things we're going to try to do to change that and improve our pass defense. It's a great opportunity right here at home. So I'm expecting them to do that. And I got faith in these guys. And like I said, I try not to be too critical, but, I just try to explain what I see, just like y'all are, and then, try to support these guys the best I can. But appreciate you guys letting me hop on here. I'll probably hang out here and listen up, but unless y'all need me back on, but I'll mute myself. I'll let y'all guys do y'all's thing. I mean, take over y'all's thing.
Nah, man, appreciate you, man. Hey, we big fans, man. Me and Coach Nitty live in them trenches, man. We big fans, man. Hey, glad to have you on, man. Anytime you want to come in and speak your word, spit anything, man, you always welcome, man. Boy, tell you that, man. You always welcome. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Y'all have a good one, man.
Already.
Got
Hey,
funny.
like,
Hey,
go ahead. What you say, Coach Nitty?
funny man in here. You want to top it up? Let's see what he talking about.
Okay, he already on.
He in
Black,
here.
what up, man?
Funny man, what's up? This
What
Coach
it
P, what's
do?
up?
Hey, so great conversation, bro. And I hope, Christian and Bo can weigh in on this because they, was on the field. But it feels to me like trust in your teammates is paramount out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
no,
right.
you going on the field with 10 other guys that's going to handle their business. I'm assuming that's good for your confidence. And I don't see that in a lot of these guys. But I think the problem to me actually goes back to last year. I actually tweeted September 25th, 2021, last season, early in the season. I said, man, these boys different. They celebrate and do more shit than our old guys. Like I peeped it last year. What I'm saying is, I think there was a poison that came in that locker room. I don't want to say no names, but I think it was a poison that came in that locker room and is affecting a lot of these guys mentally. Just
Will acted as if the poison had left with the transfer portal. You think that poison you speak of still there?
not the poison gone, but I think it was. You know what? I'm gonna say it was multiple poisons. But it was at the same position. Who do y'all feel right now is the weakest group of the team? Running backs, wide receivers, linebackers. Which would you say would be the weakest this year?
Safety.
I'm gonna say wide receiver.
Oh yeah, wide receiver. Yeah, performance-wise, wide receiver. You think coming into the year that they be more than what they is,
And I think,
but we don't really have name.
Oh, I
Battle.
already know what he talking about. Hey, this is what you say. What you want over here?
Oh yeah, talk
That's
to me. Go ahead,
listen,
funny man. Keep going with the story.
So listen, we're only 2 years removed. 2 years removed from that 2020 squad. You know how Devontae went to work.
Big time.
You know what Young Metchie was about. You know what Najee was about. You know what Mac Jones was about. That was 2 years ago. 2021, they looking different. They was looking different, and there was some new pieces in there, and then some people had to leave. And I think starting with that wide receiver group, man, I think that's where the poison came in. I think that's where the diva mentality came in. And honestly,
your boy
I think this loss was the best thing for this particular squad. I think it was the kick in the ass that they needed. But I think the poison that got in there last year, I think is still some residue left over.
Lingering with the guys that's still there.
Absolutely. I don't think the trust is there. I don't think I think that trust is what's driving the nerves. As you saw Will Anderson say, hey, we came out tight. Well, goddamn, y'all signed up to play for Alabama. You ain't got time.
You knew what this game was about. What is we talking about?
So that's just my little take, man. And I'm just I think it's been 2 years in the making. Just to echo what Christian said and what I believe,
they're still very talented. You don't get on the field at Alabama or get recruited to Bama without being talented. So
Right.
it's going to keep you in a lot of games.
Right. That's why I say you don't spot no team that much and still be in the game without being talented.
Multiple times.
Right.
Let's think back to that third quarter with Arkansas too. Now there was some ugly ball, bro. So I think they got a chance to get there. I think they got a chance to get it together. But I think when you do have poison lingering around, I think that L kind of gets people to not.
That's the wake up we need.
Much. Yeah. So I think.
Let me ask you this. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just like he said, I think it was a good loss. We all hate it. It feel bad, but for
right. Because we want to win every game. But you're right.
Right. And I just hope they sooner than later get back to playing dominant ball, man, because they just not playing dominant ball, and that hurt my heart. But that's all I got.
I got a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
First off, shout out to you, man. Big time name down here in this Road Tide community. Everybody know Mr. Funny, man. One thing, let me close out Christian real quick. Like you just said, just like he said, you can't win them all. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
We can't win them all. We just want to win all games. We just feel like we can never lose. And as much as we down and talking this, is that, and that, like I say, you can't really, as bad as we played to still be in control, speaks so much volume to how good we can be. If we just eliminate all this stuff. Some plays let them stay on the field, our penalties we didn't even have to give them. We just like Coach Nitty said at the beginning. Sometimes they just already looking to call that because that's the identity this year. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I feel this team could be real good going forward. If we clean up everything, we could be great. And I feel we got the best players. I feel we got the best 1-2 punch at running back. I feel we got the number one running back and the best 1-2 punch at running back. I feel we got the best quarterback. And I feel we got the best defensive player in the nation, best overall pound-for-pound player. So, like you said, down as we feel as Alabama Nation, I feel good about these boys. Now, with that said about the boys that's out there coming to Funny, man, let me ask you this.
Yep.
Like you said, when one player go out there on the field and you got 10 other guys out there that stars, am I really trying my best knowing if I don't go all out, one of these other stars go get it? Maybe if I was at a team where it's just me and a bunch of no-names, I probably got to go hard every play. But if I'm out here with all these other players and we all got diva mentalities, do I go hard as everybody else? Or do you think now because I know, if I don't get it, Coach Nita might get it. If he don't get it, Funny man to get it. You know, I ain't got to go hard every play. I got to save my energy for this next play. I ain't want to go out this play. But if it don't come this side, do you think that syndrome is going on knowing you got 10 other cats that's supposed to be good?
If that syndrome was in the locker room, I think that loss should have told them that ain't it, Chief.
Okay.
That ain't the way. Like, everybody got a job. If you don't hear nothing from Nick Saban and his mentor Belichick, it's do your damn job. That's it. You ain't worried about nobody else's job. You got to focus on your job. They're going to give you your assignment. And like they said earlier, know your role. So if they were thinking that's just, you need to be on the sideline with that kind of mentality. That's what I would think, because I ain't athletic like that.
Okay. Well, look, what you saying that, know your role. Like you said, cats need to be on the sideline like that. Like you said, we done tried cats. We done tried man. We done tried zone. It's different zones we haven't tried thus far. But do you think the personnel we got out there could be the guys that change this around? You think the style of defense we play just doesn't fit those guys per se? Or do you really feel that team? Because we were knocking guys off the route and then I'm talking like Christian said, guys were just running go routes. So do you think we got the personnel to even stick with these other teams? We finna go face the number one SEC passer right now. Ain't like we finna go and play Vanderbilt next week. Do you think we got the personnel, or you think it's time to bench some guys? How you feel about putting some Eddie Jacksons back there at safety and take them off the linebacker? The guys who didn't start at cornerback, what you feel about putting them at safety like we did with Eddie?
Well, not just Eddie, but Minka, he switched up too, but that's a whole different animal.
That's a whole different
And
animal. We don't even speak on him. That's like speaking on Musical about No Limit. We speak on everybody else. He was the cat, outside of his cases. But music wise, he was the catch. You know what I'm saying? He stick out. We talk about everybody else. Go ahead.
But don't forget about Diggs too. Diggs came in as a wide receiver.
He did flip side.
You know what I'm saying?
But he flipped the cornerback. How you feel about putting somebody like Diggs or somebody like any of these guys that know coverages? What about you feel like putting them at the safety spot?
Man, maybe you need to make a change up in the booth.
Hey,
listen.
You don't feel it's the players. You actually feel we just calling schemes that don't fit the players we got?
I do. I really do, man. And some of the former players can weigh in on this, but I didn't see them bracket Hyatt. Like, I never seen them try to bracket him.
Right. I asked why didn't we put somebody over and somebody can check him on. I don't know why. We just, like I said, the first time it was like, they just called a slip and they won't do it again. And power, they just kept doing it. Go ahead.
Right. So that to me, that's a schematical thing.
Right. You're right. Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think between Malachi, I'm gonna give Hellum a little break, but I know a lot of people not. He did have an interception in the midst of all them burns or whatever. I think we got the talent back there, man. I just don't think they got called up a good scheme. And
I tell you this, funny man, we did on a couple plays. We did run a cover 3 with the cloud side to that boy's side, and he still just ran past both of them guys, man.
Well, I looked at the dude a lot.
Didn't even touch him, didn't knock him off his route, just run straight past him. And that safety folks stayed on top. No cover, no play action, and then just running.
That dude got them Vince Young legs, man. When you dealing with dudes that got that stride like that, they can get past you quick. It ain't even like he running top speed. He just got that long stride. The brother can probably take 4 or 5 yards per step. Like
so we play Tennessee again, and we putting a safety on top of him and somebody under him. Like I said, for the most part, we didn't. But on a couple plays, we tried it. He still beat us. If we play them again, you saying we just don't have the DBs to put back there? Is that why? That's why I'm asking. Should we put the cornerbacks back there? I'm playing Madden. All your safeties gonna be 85 through 90 speed. Your cornerbacks gonna be 92 through 98 speed.
I would get physical with them.
Yeah, we ain't getting physical at corner at all.
Yeah, like I would.
Yeah, we didn't touch them, knock them out. They routed nothing. They just ran straight to where they wanted to go.
And see, you can't do that. We see that now. 5 touchdowns later, that don't work. You got to get up in his face, man. Make him work for it. He's still a big dude. He ain't no. I liken it to when we played Mike Evans a few times, man, and he was having a field day. When we got thumped by South Carolina in 2010,
Alshon.
Alshon.
Yep.
Like, you gotta get physical with them dudes, man. You can't just let them do that because they're gonna do.
That's why they was bringing out that stat combo and stuff, trying to prevent that. But we weren't even trying to get up on them like that. We was letting them release and do what they wanted to do. But that was the purpose of that stat, to prevent that second guy from getting pressed. But we weren't even trying to get up on them like that.
Look at what Auburn did to J-Mo. They got physical with him. They're like, you ain't just finna run past us all day. We know you a gazelle, but you ain't finna gazelle us. He's like, nah. So it's stuff they could do, man. But before I jump out, bro, I still believe in this team. I'm praying and wishing that we get the rematch in Atlanta. But you said we want to win every game, man. I'll be real as a Bama purist. I just want to see them boys compete and play good football.
That's all we had. I told him I had no problem with losing this game. I just want to compete and play good ball. I just don't want to lose like that. Right. And I was being sarcastic about all the Alabama fans just always want to win. Like I said, you can't win them all. Okay. That's not me saying we got to win them all. I just don't like to lose like that. We gave them a game. That was an all-star alley-oop.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So, if they play their best ball, man, I said it in my video, I don't think it was one team that could beat Alabama, and that's Alabama. And so they beat themselves.
They did.
That don't mean I'm taking nothing away from Tennessee.
Right.
I'm not. That they exploited what they need to exploit.
Exactly.
Alabama's coaches, but if we played our perfect game, because y'all only beat us by a field goal and we played a shitty game. So if we played a good game, It's not even close.
Not
It's
even
not
close,
close,
man.
man. Not close.
That's not the Tennessee team that should have beat us.
No, man. That was just
No,
all
man.
hype trying to sell tickets. We just fell into the hype, man.
Yeah.
Them
Fell
boys
into
didn't do
the
nothing
hype,
special,
bro. Our
man.
boys didn't have nothing special over there.
Nothing
That
special.
wasn't Deshaun Watson and Clemson back when we played them boys in the national championship, and them boys was hitting everywhere. But you know what I'm saying? That ain't that.
Everything butt
Lost that
naked
game.
wide open. Funny man could have went out there and throw for 400 yards that game. Everything wide open. As long as he got distance on that ball, it's over with.
Well,
Anybody.
I appreciate you, but mine ain't going no more than 20. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go back and listen.
Hey, appreciate you chopping in. Hey, man, appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what's going down there to Alabama Nation Week tonight, man. We got Funny Man chiming in, man. This is a big night, man.
Hold on, let me get some over here, man. These folk been waiting, man. I appreciate y'all,
Hey,
man.
do your thing, man. We gonna let everybody get a talk. Y'all didn't even know the first female who said she was part of Alabama. That was real Bama royalty. Y'all don't even know that, man. I'm gonna keep her identity low just like she keeps mine low. But y'all don't even know that was Bama royalty. We going live tonight, man. Who you got for me, Coach?
Hold on, let me get some of these folks in here. Hold on, let's see.
Make sure you keep an eye out for Coach D as well. I don't know what's going on with him, but go ahead. Again, shout out Bo, shout out Funny Man, shout out Christian Miller, big time killer over there down there. Shout them out, man. Roll Tide to everybody out there. Let me say this real quick before anybody get on. Like I said, like both of them say, as bad as we played and as much as we want to bash these players, y'all need to know that if, and like Coach Nitty said, that it would not be an easy feat, though it seems like penalty is one of the easiest things to clean up. If we clean these penalties up, man, we could be one of the baddest teams. If y'all feel that was one of the baddest teams in the nation that's supposed to be out here challenging Alabama, man, we could have worked them boys. We 17 penalties. If y'all feel that's them guys that we still supposed to win at the end of the game, we gonna be a threat if we can clean this up, man. We got the best quarterback, best running back combo. We got to get these receivers going. We got potential. The defense, man, is a little shaky. I don't know if it was just that they just studied us more than anybody ever in life, or them boys really that soft. But as much as everybody want to bash us, this our time to stick together. I really think this team could be special, man. But go ahead and get them callers in here. Let's go.
What it do, Coach?
Talk to me, man. Roll Tide, man. Talk to me.
Man, I've been trying to get up here for about 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, man. You know how it is, man. It's religion, man. You know, we try not to make it a 10-hour call, man. Get yours in and talk to me, man.
I just want to go over a couple things y'all said. I'm going to start off with the DBs.
Go ahead.
Since that's the main topic. It was both, man. It's coaches and the players, because I'm a real fan, so I keep it 100.
Go ahead. We see what they don't and say what they want. Go ahead.
Branch, Moore, we really been getting by with them in the slot. On any other team, them boys is playing strong or free safety. Like Branch can do it because he a little bit quicker on them slants, but Moore, no. Like if you go back when they was freshmen, Florida game, Moore got beat deep. Arkansas game, he got beat deep. I'll take you back to the 2020 national championship.
I said it in the video. You will see it in this video coming up. You talking everything I said in the video about them boys getting beat them last year.
2020 national championship game, Branch got burnt deep. He got burnt before. I'll take it back further than that. Take it back further than that. Tony Brown, 2017 against Hartman. He got burnt.
Same position.
Burnt from the slot.
From that slot.
Mika had problems against Renfro from the slot.
That same little route we got Isaiah Bond with this week, the same route we be getting burnt, the same route we been getting burnt on for years.
That's the hardest position in college right now, because everybody want to run 4-2-5, so you can stop the run and play the pass. Your nickelback got to be a safety. He got to be physical on the run fits. That's why
I said the strongest cornerback. Keep going, man.
But that's why you just can't take him out, because you don't know. I don't know if any of our corners can play the run fits like that.
Right. Them fits. You right.
Maybe if we play Tennessee again, you say forget it. We're gonna wing it. Do what we gotta do. But another thing with Tennessee, they scheme is like that. I'm gonna keep it 100.
They gotta be they number 2 in the nation in pass and yardage. Go ahead.
If you watch the tape, they put their receivers close to they way out there. I'm talking about
too much space.
Way out there. So you in a dilemma. You go to man coverage. You're in a 4-2-5. You go to man coverage. Your other linebacker got to walk that far out, so he's not in the box. Then they go run the ball, because Henry finna take on the guard or the tackle. He ain't got nobody there to clean it up for him like a normal game.
You're right.
He ain't got no safety. He ain't got no linebacker.
Right.
Then on top of that, our defense, bro. It's a scheme thing. It's a call thing. We have our safeties playing man-to-man coverage. If you watch the Texas A&M game, They killed Helms with a double move. Same type of coverage. He 20 yards off the ball. He got man-on-man in the slot. They hit him with a double move. That's his game. Coach Saban know that.
Let him go. Branch started out on him, went right past Helm off the double.
Coach Saban know that. Pete Golden know that. They all know that. The issue is, well, my only issue with Nick Saban has always been he too loyal. Chris Owens gave up 2 sacks a game last year. He started every damn game we had.
Stuck with him.
And look. Dalcourt came back. What's the first thing he said? We got 2 centers. No, we don't. We got 1.
Right.
We got 1 good center.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you got to be loyal to the players because they put their work in. They do all that. But, bro, when they can't play, they can't play. And that's just what it is. So, like, I figured that I think we need to make a change if we play Tennessee again. But as far as when we go down the road, like Mississippi State, they got a different spread attack. They short, you know what I'm saying? They not really deep. You drop 8, you drop 7 against them, you can beat them. You see what Kentucky just did to them this weekend. They put up 17 points against Kentucky. You see what we did to them the past 2 years. I ain't too much worried about their pass game because it ain't as difficult to cover. When them Tennessee boys got you that wide, you got to communicate with the slot because you don't know. They stacking, they coming off the line. And Hyatt, I guarantee he running the 4-3. He looked like Chris Olave to me. Because if you remember last year, he burnt us for a deep one. If y'all don't remember.
Yeah, you don't remember that, man.
Yeah,
but it's also easy to burn us when you run and scrape it. We ain't changing your direction or nothing. You just running free ball, free pass.
So like I said, I think with the Tennessee game, I think it was coaching and the players. Because some of them plays like Helms, that first touchdown, Branch passed it off to him. He was just so far up, he couldn't get back that deep.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do that.
But his recognition, it be so late, man. By the time he realized a guy could be running at him full speed. Yeah. He will wait till the guy get almost waist to waist with him, and then he'll take off full speed.
He a real box safety, coach. Because if you look on that first third,
here so bad.
Yeah, that's why we call him his thick Helms. He want to come downhill.
Yeah.
This ain't his thing. He want to come downhill and bruise you. You still there?
I lost him.
I think we lost him. Hey, let's who we want to get up in here real quick, man. I know we ain't trying to take everybody tonight. Hey, man, if y'all with it, I'm with it. I'm here as long as y'all in, man. I'm gonna get some of these guys in. If he come back in, let me know, coach. I'm a writer. Talk to me. What you got to say, man? I'm a writer. Clay Travis. Roll Tide. Clay, what you got? What you got there, man?
I'm right in here.
I got him in there. Who was that was talking? The city? Keep it 100?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay, well, he's still on. We'll see if he chime back in. I got him and Clay Travis on. Talk to me, guys. We want to keep everybody waiting. Want to get all y'all in, man. It's a big game. But like I said, man, as much as we want to, I never jump ship. I ain't even go that deep. But as much as we want to talk down and, blame everything in the world, if we can clean this up, man, these boys might be that team we was talking about preseason because you can't give the number 16, 17 penalties, man. Interceptions brought back in there. You can't give these guys this many chances and still expect to beat. And we still had the game. All we had to do was burn the clock. Still had the game. This might be that team. We just got to clean it up, man. And it can be done. Will it be done? Like Coach Nitty said, it won't be easy. We'll see. And our speakers get through.
Let's see. Who was that? Wesley trying to get in. Bring him in. He just raised his hand.
Gotcha.
Lamar want to get in. There go Lamar.
We got Zachary in there too.
Coach.
Who we got on there?
Hey, Coach, me.
Lamar.
All right.
Talk to me, Lamar.
Hey, Coach, so, man, I'm talking about the O-line. Because I remember each position group had like a leader of some sorts, Right. So I remember 2020 team, we had old Leonard Dickerson, and he ain't play around none of that bullshit.
Oh man, Dickerson was too real. We lost him, man. Coach Love, that was our guy, man. We love Coach Nitty, love him.
Man, I ain't seen nobody like that since then. We don't got no dog like that on the O-line. D-line, we got Will Anderson, but like Will Anderson not really like a vocal type.
Right.
You know?
He trying to do it because we pushing him to be that, but he's not naturally that guy.
Our linebackers, I don't know who the oh my goodness, I don't know who lead our linebackers. I don't know who the hell lead secondary. Our wide receivers,
and we ain't got the attitude from that linebacker position because, Golden, who over our whole defense, he run linebacker, and we just ain't got that attitude, man. It ain't like, it ain't dogs, man. We look for dogs. We just got guys that's trying to beat up. I think you got the potential in Lawson and Moody to be dogs, but they just still trying to find their way, man. We ain't found no linebacker in this system to be great. Since Dylan fell off, man. So I don't know what he really doing with them linebackers, man.
Yeah, Coach, you hit it right on.
See what the whole defense talking about overall, not to mention just what he controlling, which is the linebackers.
Then, Coach, you hit on the nail on Jameer Gibbs. Ooh, shit.
What was that?
You hit it on the nail with Jameer Gibbs, man. You were telling
it's
everybody
in the
since
ball,
the A-Day
man.
game,
Any play, home run opportunity.
Man,
any play.
Hey, Coach, I be peeping. They be taking your lingo on the calls too. Talking about some dead
they be taking it,
leg,
man.
home.
I
They
hear it on Gary Danielson
to the
too.
crib now, man. I be hearing them, man.
Yeah, it's okay, but hey, y'all know what the originators is. Shout out to y'all, man, especially on social media. Y'all be holding me down, telling them, hey, get coach, get them UA coaches. They just do, man. Shout out to y'all, man, and appreciate you for your call, man. That boy Lamar in this bitch, anything ripping that Roll Tide. Jason, is you ready to get in here with us? My boy Jason, sending it out to you. How you got?
What you said?
My boy Jason.
We got Zach in here too.
Okay, Zach, if you ready to go, you can fire off, man.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
I've been watching the film, and it just looks like Alabama didn't have as good players as Tennessee, man. They was just faster and everything.
Yeah, forget those little ratings coming out of high school. We talking about right now, and yeah, like you said, as of this weekend, it looked like they had the better weapons at times. We came out and started doing what we supposed to do, but like I said, with all these 4 and 5 star receivers we got, and just cannot get no separation half the time. They guys, even when we did try to get up on them, they was getting separation or just running straight past us. I'm like, what was they stars coming out of school? They look like the new Ride House or something. What was going on over there? You still there, Zachary?
KB. Bring KB up.
Let me see. Bring him up, Coach. Got a chance to have a real special team here, man. I'm not really bailing out on these guys. I just wanted to talk my rant, but
it ain't let me bring him out. Let's see who is this for. That's
hey, I'm back.
All right,
there you go.
Hey, I was wondering why didn't DN play?
Who was that? Why didn't what?
DN play.
Who?
DN.
Are you saying how was the DN play?
No, I said why didn't DN play?
Who is DN?
These nuts.
Man, get up out of here, man. You will never come through him. This boy here funny. He done already got blocked.
Hey.
Man, get them 12-year-olds out of here, man. What is he talking about?
Man, let's see what we got in here, man.
Hey, Coach, can I say one more thing?
Who that?
It is Lamar.
Go ahead, bro.
Lamar, what you got?
So, man, then I'm 17 years old. And in my 17 years of life, this is the first year that people really has not feared Alabama. Because, I got classmates around me that know I was an Alabama fan, so I like young.
Right.
Man, tell me why the Georgia fans and the Tennessee fans, they starting to, like them type fans not starting to fear Bama no more.
The players either. I say it in this film. You can see it on patreon.com tonight, patreon.com/Coach John Doe to everybody out there who want to see it tonight. But I say it on there, even the players. The running back ran through the hole. When he got up off the ground, he started doing his shoulder and cranking to the sideline like waddling and stuff. I'm like, look at that, man. They don't even fear us no more. They over there looking at us. They over there talking like, man, we got these suckers. They ain't scared of nothing. Yeah, them boys used to be scared to come on the field versus that Crimson Tide, man.
Just so... Man, I don't know what happened. They don't. This team need a dog. That one vocal leader. That's all they need. They don't got it. I don't know who it's gonna be. And they need the person to lead by example too, not just with their mouth, by example. And watch
Yeah,
everybody
shout out
follow
to my
them.
boy Derrick Henry, man. I hit him with that same speech back when Derrick was in college, and I was telling him, man, I showed him the Tim Tebow footage of when Tim Tebow them lost to Ole Miss, and I was showing them. I think we actually lost to Ole Miss too. I forgot who we lost to, but after that loss, I talked to Derrick and told him, I said, man, we need somebody to get at him like this. We need somebody to feel like this. I showed him that press conference Tim said about how you go get everybody right. Man, next thing you know, that boy was down. That boy walking down the sideline, barking at people and doing all this thing. I still got a screenshot of what I sent, but I never showed the whole message. But in general, that's what I was saying, man. That boy ended up winning the Heisman, man. I'm talking about just turned to a dog. He went from, because Derrick was silent too. Derrick was just there to do his job. After that, Derrick was out there holding people accountable, man, and it was a totally different team, man. You know, we need that, man. And somebody can step up and do that. Like you said, Will trying to do it, but it's different from somebody who naturally gifted that is in it. From where he from to how he play on the field, to how he talk, to how he motivates you when you talk. It's different. Some people just will try to do it because they skill on the field. Will on a whole nother level skill wise, but he might not resonate to your face like a dog like Ruben talking and knowing like, man, you better get right. It might not resonate the same. Will can get on you and tell you what you need to do. But some of these guys, man, like I said, from Bo era, man, them boy, it was different, man. Like I said, be feeling like divas over dogs now, man. Back then, it was just some ferocious animals.
You're right, Cole.
We need that, man.
Definitely need it.
I'm tired of all this. Wait till it progress, man. It's not getting better. Especially we got 17 penalties. 17.
Never thought I'd see that after we did 15. Maybe one of either one of those for the year, but both in 1 year. I just don't understand it, man.
And how do you correct it? Like I said, how do you correct that? How we just gonna go from 17 to 3? I don't see it happening.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, we gonna say it as Bama fan. Oh, we can fix that. You know, that's our natural thing to say, but can we really fix it? If we fixed it, we would have fixed it before we went to Tennessee. I guarantee you that. It ain't like it was out the blue. And we got to fix these pass interference. But I don't know. We got to switch it up, man. I don't know why we are still coaching players to just stare at the defender all day.
Especially when the receiver head up, just turn around, you'll get your interception.
If you running at somebody full speed and they running from you, and you can barely catch up with them, next thing you know, you starting to close in on them so fast. You know why? Because the ball is underthrown. You don't got to run all the way up to him to smell his breath before you finally turn around. You might run into him, but guess what can happen that'll prevent a pass interference if you run into him? You turn around and find the ball. Even if you run into him, it don't matter no more. We'll run slap into a player, knowing the ball is right there behind our head. We're allergic to interceptions. I'm looking for a medicine or a cure for that right now. We are allergic to interception. Some defenses, we play good. We in position. We just too physical. I'm not tripping on that. But some of these, we right there. All we got to do is turn around and they throwing us Christmas gifts. 50-50 balls. Stevies, what they call them. These boys out here be throwing Stevies half the time. And we don't even want them. Just won't turn around and take this gift. Oh, we don't take gifts at Alabama. We don't trust strangers. We don't take gifts. If y'all to notice that. We don't take gifts. We don't trust strangers. And I just don't understand it, man. Hey, we got anybody else? We go and get out of here. Who is that? We got a coach. Got a coach trying to get in. Who we got?
Yeah, let's see. Who that? Coach D? What it was? Coach D request. Yeah, let's add, man. Coach D, you there?
Coach D live.
What's up,
What's
bro?
going on, man?
You got it, man. Talk to me.
Hey, man, let's
roll tide. By the way,
roll tide, man. Look at him. Let's man. The refs tell me this now. Nick Saban, he coached some good DBs and stuff, man. But look at here. The last touchdown pass he was throwing when he was throwing it to over there, and Malachi knocked it out of hand. There was no pass interference.
If it called.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
you can look. I'm gonna tell you this:
And look at him.
if we was playing
Look.
football,
Huh?
if we was playing against that team,
Yeah.
and in our game on the line, and they threw that ball, and that cornerback came and wrapped his hand around my receiver before my receiver jumped, they gonna have to call that. But what Malachi could have did was, since that boy just standing there, turn around and just accepted the ball. Kool-Aid didn't have to intercept the ball. Malachi could have intercepted. He ran past him because you're not finding the ball. Even if you run into him, if you're looking back, it's not pass interference. Turn around, find the ball. You see where he running to.
But the flag was so late. It was already they missed the two calls. They
like
missed
Coach
the
said at the beginning of the call. When you're a thief, they're gonna expect you to steal. When you're a thief, they're gonna expect you to steal.
Exactly. Look, forget the flag now. Why is Malachi Moore getting biting on the out and up by a tight end? The tight end ran an out and up, and he left you.
Facts. But look, Malachi was getting burnt in. Malachi was getting burnt in the 8A game. He got burnt a couple times deep. Malachi playing out of pocket right now. Nick Saban had already said Kool-Aid could play star or money.
See that now? If he put Kool-Aid right there and put Rex or Jackson and what Kool-Aid was, we can be talking about something.
That's what I'm
Jackson.
talking about.
You can interchange both of them. Jackson need to be on the field.
He long.
Right.
I like Kyrie.
He long.
I like that. Kyrie. He
That'll
long.
go.
He got speed. I saw him and Branch run each other. They took off, and I guess they ran a 40 or something. He burnt. He beat. He beat him, but he beat.
Nick Saban just said in the press conference. Look, he said some change might be coming now. If he move Kool-Aid down and put Kyrie out there on that outside out there, then we got some link. We got some speed. We got link. We got link and we got speed.
He'll be looking like my coach. He pulled one of them moves. I'm telling you, that's what I've been asking y'all today. Do y'all agree with me on that? I'm with that. I am with that. And I like Branch and Malachi. But what got bound them, outside of, like I said, obviously on my videos, I spoke on them getting burnt in that slot by everybody doing that same play. But outside of that, a lot of the good plays they did was guarding the slants and stuff early in their career and hitting running backs trying to come out of there. We ain't needing that from them right now when we playing a team like Tennessee that's going to be bombing the ball. You see what I'm saying? And they ain't even guarding the slants like that no more. They giving it up. I got it on film. You will see it. He giving the inside away as if somebody inside is supposed to be taken away. I don't know why it's so easy. They so scared of getting beat that they giving away the other routes. Giving away the route. Ain't touching the guys. They just standing back there looking at them run past them and then react when they run past them.
We got to get Kyrie Jackson on that field.
If we can get Kool-Aid over there in that star spot and put Kyrie over there with Kool-Aid at, I would not be bad. Or Reeks, I don't care who it is. I'm with Jackson. I'm just saying, I don't care who it is.
Even if you want to keep Marco on the field, you still can bump him in the box, let him play a little outside for you. If you want to keep him on the field, but if you want, what we talking about covering and speed, I'll move Kool-Aid over there.
Yeah, I put Kool-Aid there too. I like that.
Yeah. For sure. Hey, but look, I want to speak on, man, what you were saying when they were hitting Bryce Young, man. Look at her. They trying to knock my man head off. We ain't getting no call.
The most protected quarterback in football right now is the quarterback. You can't even hit my quarterback in the head opposed to your hip. Your helmet hitting me in the head is a whole nother story. The fact that y'all getting that away,
when my man hit him with the
my quarterback head getting hit regardless.
10-4. Man, he hit him with the forearm like to knock the head off his shoulder.
Then on the other play when the dude hit him with the helmet, he fall right on the other guy and almost get whiplash. Man, y'all better help my quarterback out here, man. Get out of here. This 400-pound guy that ran here and jumped head up. He could have hit my quarterback anywhere on his body. There's nowhere his helmet should be near mine. My helmet is 1/8 of my body up here, and you got this whole body to hit, and you gonna hit me in my hip. He out the game. It ain't no secret. Move these chains. But like you said, let that penalty opportunity been on us. They would have gave us 30 yards. Yep. They called it off the rip. On them, he all right, he got up. If Bryce would have stayed down injured,
15 yards in targeting. Bryce popped up, built by Bama like it wasn't there. They like, nah, these straight y'all, Alabama. Let it been us on them, 30 yards. 2 penalties in 1. Man, please, man. Shout out for you, though. Shout out to you, though, man. We got Derek in here trying to get in. Let's get Derek in here real quick, man, and we go try to get everybody out of here, man. We got a lot going on tonight. Big game. But, hey, we still here, man. We still here. Shout out to my boy, Coach D, man. We still here. Shout out to Coach Zoe.
Coach
We
Zoe,
still
going
here.
on, though? Derek, you next. Derek, you next.
What's
Go ahead,
going
Zoe.
on, though? Man.
Oh, man, what you got for me, man? Roll Tide, man.
Roll Tide, man. Man, I love when you talk about we need them dogs, man, because, man, we need that person on that field, man, that's going to get them boys turned up like them Rubens back in the day, like you said.
Man, some real natural dogs. Not nobody trying to play it. Not nobody trying to act like a dog. We need some natural dogs that's going to hold these boys accountable, man.
I feel like we got one, but he a pup, though, and everybody sleeping
Talk
on
to me.
Lawson.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Who you got, man? Who you got?
I got Lawson. Lawson, that dog.
I just said Lawson and Moody got potential, but like right now they just trying to figure out their way on the field. But I mean, they trying to figure out their way in their new position. But I feel if it takes, I feel in 1 more year they have the potential to be what we looking for from the old guy. I don't think they ready this year because he just getting out there.
Right. And then how about in
1 more year? He could be that one of those guys. Could be that guy.
I say that because he got that dog. That's that Mobile down there, man. Hey, it's in him. He got it in him. And then another thing, how about what y'all think about moving Terry on the safety? Because Halen was getting beat down there. Man, we need some speed down there. And somebody that'll hit Terry on.
I'm with that. However, it got to go for me to move one of my cornerbacks, whether that's Terry on, Hey Arnold, whether it's him or Hey Kool-Aid. Both of them got Hey in their name. No matter which one of them, whether you move Kool-Aid to star or move Arnold to the safety in the back, to Helen's position. But I don't know. He ain't coming down the hill here like that. But what I'm saying is, no matter who you move to a safety position and replace that cornerback with another cornerback, I'm with it.
With that, yeah. And that,
I'm with it.
We can move Helens in the box. We need to move Branch back there or something. Cause we gotta do something. I just didn't understand.
What we doing with Battle? I'm talking to you and Coach Nita right now. Battle. Let's talk about Battle real quick. Battle, the one we ain't talking about the most. Battle. Jordan ready for Battle. Been out there more than almost anybody. He been starting for. Okay, Battle at one of the positions where cornerback is that position. If I don't hear your name, like we never heard about Surtain, but that means good though. That's one of the positions. If we don't talk about you, you straight.
Right.
Shout out to Deion Sanders. If we don't call your name that game, that don't mean you had a bad game. Now, are we feeling that same way about Jordan? Because Jordan should be one of the leaders on our D. He's not having a lights out year for the guy that he could be, but he's doing decent.
Right.
Do you think he stays in the position? Do you think he stay back there regardless? Or do you think he up for moving around too?
I think he stay back there regardless.
Yeah, he gonna stay back there.
He's too much of a captain to move around like that. I got
too much of a captain. Yeah.
I had to throw a curveball and just see what y'all mind was. I'm with y'all on that. Right. I just had to make sure.
And the thing is though, man, like it don't matter how good they is, man. Like, and I understand that he a good player. I love him, but if you ain't got that dog in you, you can't. You gotta have that dog in you. Like,
man, Battle ain't been showing me that dog. Nick Boy's been pushing Battle out the way. Battle be like he trying to script the ball every time he tackle. Yep. Boys be pushing him by 3, 4, 5 extra yards. I'm like, man, lay these boys down. You old now. This time for you to start laying the hammer. We know you got the skill set now. Now it's time to prove out here.
I agree.
Like he be trying to grab fumbles half the time. Man, they pushing you down the field.
Man, there's a lot of them guys, man, that they look like they don't even fight at practice, man. They ain't got in a fight before. Like I remember being at one of the practices, bro. Being at one of the practices, and I watched Calvin Ridley go at it with Ronnie Harrison and Mika Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
They was on his head. I'm talking about, and they all on the same team. But it was Ronnie Harrison and Mika, Ronnie Harrison and Calvin really got into it. Mika come out of nowhere. Boy, you ain't finna touch my corner like that. You feel me?
Right.
That right. One more
Them
thing
was
before we get
dogs,
out of
man.
here. Right. We gotta start getting them. We gotta start getting Buns on the field a lot more. He got to be in that lineup, man. He got
Buns.
to.
Isaiah Bun.
Buns got to be in that
Isaiah
lineup.
Buns.
Yes,
Shaking.
sir.
Not
Got to be in that
stirring.
lineup.
I like
Got
him.
to. We need to put some
Shaking,
of
not
them
stirring.
freshmen
Yeah,
in there.
that boy get the ball in his hands, he could be electric, man.
Can
When
be
he
electric.
actually catching and do his thing, he could be electric.
That's right. I think we need to start getting it to him more. That's in my opinion. We got
The young boys making more plays than the older cats. Holden, I would expect Holden to catch that ball coming across the middle.
Man, they
No
run
doubt.
that drill at the combine. You run across the field, you got to use your hands right there. That boy tried to 1/4 Willie Mays the ball coming across the field. Boy, if you don't put your hands up
Shout out to
and catch
Prentice.
that ball like a receiver,
Shout out to
this
Kobe
ain't little
Prentice.
league football.
Shout out to Kobe Prentice, man. That boy came across the middle catching ball. He catching
with
every
his
time
hands.
he play.
With
He
his hands.
hungry. He hungry. He one of them hungry boys out there. That he want him. He want to show something.
But what you just said, if it take us putting Buns, Earl, and whoever and another young one out there, these little bounce receivers, put them in there, man.
I'm with it.
Put them in there.
I'm with it.
Let's go back to the Nick Saban. Forget how long you been here. Forget what class you in. Who out here ready to make a play right now? I got something for you. It's called a starting position. Who with that?
Shout out Latu too, but we got to get nine block the ball. That boy athlete. We got to use him. We got to use
and
that boy.
Latu brought out the best hands I've seen him from him in a long time, and then dropped the ball on my goal line. Latu was catching that thing strong hand, pinky solid, pinky ring solid, and then go drop that thing on the sideline. But yeah, I know we got that other athletic over there. We got need play calls to get them involved.
That's right. We got it. We got.
Well, I know we can find him, and we had the play call for him. Tua had the third screen tight end catching touchdowns.
That's
so
right.
You put him out there and he open. I bet you Bryce will find him.
Finally, he'll do something with he athletic, man. But I appreciate that, man. One more thing, man. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, man. Hey, appreciate you on that call, man. I know we done had everybody in here forever, man. Appreciate everybody who's still in here on these call. We got Derek up too. Derek, you ready to speak?
Where Derek at?
Derek, we finna keep it moving. My boy Jallo. You ready to talk, Jallo? What's up? We listening for you, Trill. Jallo, what's up?
Yo, what going on?
There you go, man. Roll Tide. Hey, shout out to everybody that's still in the building, man.
Sure.
We want to get y'all opinion out here, man. Roll Tide. Talk to me, big dog.
Man, I just wanted to summarize and confirm what everybody was saying. Y'all, like y'all was saying, though, yeah, man. Alabama DBs, they got to step up, man. Every game, they be killing us. Every game, like, they undisciplined. Like, I don't know what Kool-Aid be doing. I don't even want to say no name because it ain't even just Kool-Aid. It's all them for real, like as a unit. They got to step up the DBs. We be getting killed. And our wide receivers, somebody said that the younger boys be showing out more than the veterans. Like the veterans, I don't know what the hell they be doing. Like Holden and all them, I don't know what the hell they be doing. Like it's like Gibbs one of our best receivers. He the best all around players on our offense. Like the wide receivers, they gotta step up, and the defense, the DBs, they gotta step up. Cause I don't know about no national championship with them playing like that.
Right.
Yeah, man, and we gotta.
How you feel about putting corners at them safety spots that we was talking earlier?
You said what?
How you feel about us putting corners at them safety spots, Eddie Jackson style, like we did earlier, hitting the mink on these boys?
I don't know, man, but something got to change, man. Something got to change. I feel like, I don't know, man. We just need dogs, man. Like y'all was saying, we need dogs, and I don't see not one dog. I thought Branch was like that, but he was getting killed this past game too.
Yeah, Branch is straight on everything 7 yards and up.
Yeah.
Malachi used to be the same way, but Malachi giving away those cross the middle things for some reason. It's like he coached to do it. He's giving it up. It's not like he's cutting it off. I don't know if he's scared of getting that, beat deep.
When them boys running that fade to that sideline out that slot position, but he's giving that up on the inside. Branch had some good games the last couple games when guys wasn't testing them deep. But they've been getting beat for a couple years now, and I mess with them. I'm just being real. I mess with they fam on here even. I'm just being real. You know, they done been getting caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? So far as the team-wise, in different packages, how we go with the same stuff that we see we ain't winning at? We got to try something new. We can have Malachi and Branch in there on downs when we feel like the run might be in. But now when people go past happy with the big plays, that's when we can switch it up and bring the mother boys in. Third down and long or something. You know?
But shout out to Tennessee though. They was doing something. They was doing a lot to keep them boys up, keep us from switching stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if we was switching. We was gonna bring guys out, corners out, but they was keeping us on the field. We got a penalty when we was trying to run linemen off the field.
Yeah, trying to run a pit, and hey, not only running them off, but a pass interference at the same time. Hey, we got to double up on penalties, man. We the penalty kings right now.
I'm a writer. You got your hand up. You able to speak? Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys, man? First, I want to say roll tide. Everybody.
Roll tide, man.
And I mean, I know everybody's frustrated, and you know this is the time to let that out, man. Before we play Mississippi State, but I just want to say, man, you go back. I remember when we lost the kick six. People said, "Oh, it was over." I remember when Ole Miss smashed us twice, 2 years in a row. It was over. I remember when Ohio State smashed us. Zeke ran through us like poop coming out of someone that's sick, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it was over. Same thing with Clemson. We had all those receivers. Clemson beat us down. People said it was over. And we keep coming back, man. So this team,
man.
They got the dudes, man. And I know people saying they got no dogs. I know we don't have a lot of dogs. We got some dogs, man. I think Latham's a dog. I think Gibbs is one. I think Bryce is one. I think Will can be one when he lock in like he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? I think Battle got to speak up a little bit more, but you know he been playing well. I just want to say, man, we got it. Now we got a lot of work. We got to cut the penalties down. Better get some young dudes some opportunities because if you a veteran and you're not stepping up, you got to go. And I was happy that Saban said that today in a press conference. Like, hey, no one's spot is safe. If it's a guy on the bench that can play better than you, hey, you got to sit down. Because he knows. Because I think coming to the season, man, he was pretty confident. I think he was like, man, this is a talented squad. And to play like we've been playing, man, you know, we can't do this. But I just want to say, everybody out there, you know, we got a chance, man. It's going to take some work, but we got it. We can do it.
Hey, shout out to you, man. Roll tide.
Roll tide, guys.
Roll tide. Hey, but hey, you know them haters and them other fans of them other schools. You know, other schools got two fans. The fans of whoever they is and whoever playing Alabama. So like a Georgia fan favorite team is Georgia and whoever Alabama playing that weekend. All them saying is, we ain't never taking it that far. As long as we got Nick, we straight. I don't tolerate Nick haters on this show anyway. But as long as we got Nick, we straight. Everybody must make mistakes. And right now, I ain't putting no mistake on Nick. I'm just saying. But that ain't the problem. And like I said early in the show, as bad as we playing, looking at it halfway full, it's showing we might be the baddest team by far. Not close. Because if we take away 13 of the 17 penalties, we beat them boys by 21, and y'all act like that 21 plus, and y'all act like that's one of the baddest Tennessee teams of all time. Just because they got a 30-year-old quarterback over there. So we far from giving up on the team. That's not the talk tonight. All of them that saying the dynasty over because we lost with all those penalties, all of them saying the dynasty over when we got this killer recruiting class coming in next year, man, it's great playing with Saban at the helm. Do you see the recruiting class we coming in with next year? Even if this team lost the rest of the games this year, we can start fresh with the killers we got coming in, and we going to demand dogs out of them. We going to keep this thing rolling. We far from saying that. Don't listen to the outside noise. They might say it's over. That's not the talk over here on this show, on this platform. We just saying we hate how we playing.
Right.
Then I'm on the backside, saying, not only do I hate how we playing, I noticed that if we playing how we playing and still got a chance to lose, still got a chance to win, that we might be better than we even thought. The only thing I'm scared of right now is this DB situation because we did nothing. Tennessee missed touchdowns, man. I got it on the film. Y'all taking away from me uploading my film, man. My Patreon folks gonna be mad. Patreon. I would have had it up close to about 9, man, but no matter what time it is tonight, y'all getting these breakdowns. Yeah, I hope I turn them notifications on. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all getting these breakdowns. I know we ran way over schedule with this podcast. Hey, but we got a lot to talk about, and I love hearing from my Bama Nation. Hey, but y'all will get that tonight. But moving forward, man, I just hate we got to see Will Rogers with the cornerback, with the safety situation after that game, because we got to see the mad sign. We go see the number one pass in the SEC with the mad scientists who see how we just got exposed. Well, we talking about even moving players around would take some time to even adjust to those boys in there. Don't think just putting new players in there with now we run a heck of a hard scheme now. The scheme hard anyway. So don't think just putting new players in there, we just go seal it all up. So even while waiting on them new cats to jail, it could get ugly. So I'm just ready for the next week to get this certain sour taste out of my mouth right now. Even if Mississippi State, in my words, ain't got no chance for us. But even if another team got the best of us, I just don't want to lose how we did today. Don't let us beat us. That's when the spoiled fans go talk. You know, I'm not Mr. We gotta win every game. We just used to being Bama fans and used to winning. I don't feel we can win. I tell people that I'm a kill on John Madden football because I talk this football stuff and I play. I practice what I preach. But I tell people that finally hey, I can't win them all, man. Especially when we in my league and y'all, everybody gunning for me every week. Everybody coming for me all the time. They study my plays. They save our video because they know I'm the guy. Out of 30 seasons, I don't want like 27 championships. They studying me. And I tell them, good game. I can't win them all. That's how I feel about Bama. Can't win them all. But you know we got a chance. All them penalties, and we still got a chance to win. Come on, man. I've been saying that all night. Do we got anybody else before we get out of here, Coach?
Coach Derek. Derek and dumbass in here. Go ahead, dumbass.
Come on, dummy.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? I'm a Tennessee fan, but I've been listening to y'all. I love the way y'all talking about, man. You breaking that shit down. But
Hey,
the
shout
main
out
thing
to you, man. Hey, like I said, man, hey, we at Bama, we have a heart, cuz. Hey, we know what it felt for y'all to finally pull it off. And I salute y'all, man. I just want real Tennessee fans to say, hey, we got y'all, but we know y'all helped us out. Because if we don't do it, we don't play like we played, we don't think y'all got a chance. But y'all won at the end of the day. Y'all won. Shout out to you, man. Talk your noise, man. What you got to say?
Good looking. I ain't even heard her talk shit because honestly, like you said, it could have went either way at any point. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when we dropped that damn ball, and y'all took it back in for a touchdown. I just knew this game was over.
Right. The scoop and
Because
score. Most Bama teams would have ended right there. Most Bama teams would have.
fast teams would
That
have
was the Mike
because
Tyson punch we needed. Most Bama teams would have took y'all nicks from right then on out. That was the Mike
right
Tyson
there,
blood we needed to smell.
and that was my thing. Like, and a couple of people spoken on it already, bro. It's the mentality. Like I said, y'all ain't got them dogs. My main concern with y'all really is y'all old line. They don't have them same dogs. They don't have that same road rate mentality to where y'all just gonna run over people. Like,
right.
Honestly,
That's fair.
I'm starting to feel like y'all old line. Like when you watch Bryce Young scramble, they just looking around watching him. If he come back this way, I'll peel back and get dude. They not chasing dudes. They aren't trying to get in front of people. They are not really pushing people like initially off the line like y'all used to. Because honestly, I'm surprised that our defensive line held up as good as it did.
Exactly. Shouldn't have.
And
Everybody defensive line
have.
be looking like they holding up against us at time, man. Like you said, that all goes back to the O-line. But like we said coming into this season, we already tell everybody our season starts and stops with the production from our O-line. And with us having these 2 home run hitters back here, we could be real scary to other teams. We could be doing our thing, old school smash mouth style, and waiting on these receivers to get their act together. We got 4 and 5 stars all across the board. But like I said, in these days, that star crap don't even matter, man. Hey, I don't even want no 5-star diva. Give me a 3-star monster that's trying to get his family somewhere. Give me him.
And
He might just have raw speed, but want to learn. Bring him to me.
And a couple things that y'all was saying earlier, like when Bo was talking about Pruitt and Kirby, it's the one, like, I think that goes back to what y'all DBs, like, honestly, y'all DBs is straight. I feel like y'all DBs ain't the problem. I feel like it's coaching, because all the real, after you done got ran past twice, if a coach ain't digging in your ass, replacing you with somebody, at least the next dude up to see what he got after you done got burnt twice, that's on the coach. Like, yeah,
Hey,
you
but
would say the
we
players.
interact guys in different. We interacting guys, but it's the same guys running that position. Now, who we got behind those guys? We didn't go that deep. We just kept rotating the same guys to get
And I
burnt
feel
out.
like that's the problem. Like you said, people, they not hungry. They know, all right, if I get burnt here, I'm going to just move over here, see if he can do it. He's not afraid to come out the field because he know, I'm going to just get moved over. That's coaching. You
Nice
making your
point.
players complacent doing stuff like that. And you can see it, and you starting to see it. Like I said, with the O-line, with the safeties, with the DBs and stuff like that, like, no. And then Henry To'o, I'm not saying this because he left us. He's not that good. He got the name. He's really not that good, bro. Like, I watched him at Tennessee. I've been watching him with y'all, and y'all, like y'all was saying earlier, y'all linebackers are problems right now. And I feel like he's part of the reason. Dude said it's poison. Like, some people ain't got it all the way. They talk like they got it, and they don't. And that could be poison right there, because you thinking these dudes is out here ready to do something, and then the lights come on. Like you said, they wasn't even chatting. The lights came on, booty holes got tight. Can't do that. Y'all been
Yeah,
beating us for
don't get
15
fooled
years.
by
I don't care
stats.
how scary we look. Y'all still supposed to look at us like we the little brother.
Yeah, that's fact. SEC East. And don't get fooled by stats. Yeah, our linebackers supposed to lead us in tackles, by the year. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we be needing that alpha dog starting. The signal call on our team usually start linebacker. We want that alpha male right there. The fact that we got him at outside linebacker, that's cool. But we usually want one of our killers in that middle. And we thought that boy coming over was that guy. He showed good at times when he's not required to be in pressure situations, but overall, and I'm not disrespecting him. Shout out to I'm Coach Honorary Uso, and that boy down with the nation. So I would never diss him a lot too. But hey, he's not what we thought he was. And a lot of times when people just get in his way, it's enough to take him out the whole play, man. And it just be what they say on the cartoons, it chaps my hide, man. I hate it, man. He so good at some time, but overall, man, it ain't nothing what I thought when y'all was beefing him up coming from Tennessee. This ain't what I thought it was.
Yeah, Coach. We got some work to do, man.
Got big work. Jerry Rose. Hey, go on get it in there, man. Tell me how you feel, Jared. J Rose.
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Let's see.
Hey, we can hear you fine and clear, man. Glad you came straight in, man. How you feeling? Blue Moon, we got you on deck. Blue Moon. Talk to me, Jared.
I'm not doing too bad. First off, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, man. Glad to hear from you, man.
Yeah, I just have one question. I DM'd you all both. I don't think y'all got it. What would you all think about Kyrie maybe getting some time in Moody's spot?
I wouldn't put him all the way down at Moody, but like you said, if he playing one of these safety spots that we campaigning for, we would still require him. We would put him at a position where he can that can require him to be one of the players to be in the run fish to come down and lay that hat. If you feel that he good enough to be where Moody at, if it was that easy to just throw a cornerback size cat in that middle right there, cats we'd have been taking advantage of that a long time ago. We try. It ain't even easy to put the cornerback really in the spot of those safeties. But we tried it. We risked it. We risked it before, but it ain't even easy to do to the fact that we do it every year. That's why we asking about it now. Do everybody think we almost to the desperate level? Not desperate, but almost to the level of just trying it. I don't know. But I wouldn't put him at linebacker though.
No.
Not enough weight to hold down that linebacker spot, man. It's we in the SEC, maybe in the Pac-10.
when most of your running backs probably 4'10", 5'9" and 130 pounds, maybe they'll. SEC, nah, man, we'll forward that boy, get his neck. Hey, get my next call if that's all you got, man. You try to get somebody next snap, man. Meeting them boys in the hole. You have to meet somebody in the hole, right? Get that man hurt. We had to turn up his insurance policy. Hey, Blue Moon, how you go? Don't get nobody neck broke, Blue Moon. Talk to us. Blue Moon, how you feeling? Blue Moon, where you at?
Got Aaron coming in. He raising his hand. Blue Moon, backed up.
Get him in there, coach. Get him in there.
Aaron, what up?
What's up? Roll Tide.
What's up?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Okay, this is what I've had a problem with Pete Golding, right? I don't like it. I do not like his scheme. I think we need to return back to the 3-4, but with Anderson and Dallas Turner being our outside linebackers, and get that big beefy like Quinnen Williams or DJ Dell, one of those big dudes that can get in and get that clog them holes.
Big Otis, big, baby.
We need a hole clogger. If we can fill the holes right and use our speed at linebacker with Toto and Deontay Lawson or Jalen Moody one, because all of them are fast. They can cover that RPO middle of the field stuff. Because that's what Toto's real good at is covering the pass, but he's not really good at run defense.
Right.
If we can clog the holes again and stop people from being able to be balanced and just force them to beat us with over the top of our defense like they used to back in the day, like Oklahoma back in 2014 did. If we can get them in those type of situations, our DBs are good enough. They show the ball skills. They show the ability to focus sometimes. It's just I don't think we get the proper pressure anymore.
Yeah, the pressure is a big thing. But as far as pressuring teams to throw deep, with Tennessee, do you think we was giving them the deep ball and daring them to beat us deep, or do you think they would just beat us?
Go back and watch the I think it's around the 8-minute mark all the way to the end of the second quarter.
Okay.
I think the longest pass they had on us was like 15 yards because we started to use more of a 3-man front, kind of like in a 3-4 adjustment, instead of the 2 like defensive linemen. Like we was putting 3 bigs on the D line, and we were getting better pressure at the end of the second quarter if you go back and watch because we had 3 defensive linemen in, and I think we do better when we have those big beefy dudes in. Instead of just
but then but they would catch us on the field and no huddle us and keep them in all the way through third, and now you got those big guys that can't run with that quarterback if he take off running.
Yeah,
and now we stuck with them on the field.
Go back and watch the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Okay,
they at one point they stopped chip blocking our Dallas Turner and Will Anderson. They were 1-on-1 and getting them. They were easily blocking them. I don't think our pressure was getting there because they're little. They're light in the ass, to be honest.
Gotcha.
They're speed rushers. They're not really power rushers. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Since Will Anderson's freshman year, he hasn't really been a power rusher.
That's because his speed, and his skill set overshadows it. But he do bull rush and he do power rush when it's called for. But yeah, you're right. He rely on his move and his speed way more, and it overshadows it.
Like if you've been paying attention, his stances have changed a lot too in the past 2 years. He does less bull rushing because Pete Golding has finally got the people, his recruits in, and has got his scheme fully represented. If you go back and watch his tape at UTSA, it literally, I feel like I'm watching a photocopy of his old scheme. And while, yes, at UTSA it worked in the Sun Belt, it doesn't work in the SEC when we got big old 320-pound linemen blocking these little 245 outside linebacker D-end hybrids.
And double teaming them too.
I think the scheme's good, but I don't think it fits more the SEC style. Like, look at what Kirby did last year. That was a traditional 3-4 set. He would run some hybrid 4-2-5 in it, but 80% of the snaps they ran last year were in 3-4.
Right.
But like you said, though, balance. They was too balanced. They was running the ball at will. I mean, it wasn't no big runs, but they were getting them 5 and 7 yards, and that's what they needed for what they was doing.
Yeah.
We weren't stopping them. I don't recall a tackle for loss.
I've always been under the impression, even if you watch NFL games, that if you can stop the run and force the QB to throw the ball more often, that's when you'll get more turnovers and more mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we need to focus more on stopping the run instead of all this fancy zone man hybrid stuff that Pete likes to run, and just focus down on the D line.
And they got to tackle better, man. They wrapping up like girls.
That's another thing.
Ain't nobody. I'm seeing these guys. I'm seeing these little running backs that Tennessee had coming off tackles.
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't like. I felt like over 80% of the tackles were arm tackles, and too many going for turnovers. I think they're trying to harp in on, oh yeah, we ain't getting enough turnovers. Just play ball. If you don't get turnovers, that's fine.
The turnovers
just play ball and get the stop.
Yep.
Hey, good to hear from you, Avery, man. Roll Tide, man, and thanks for your still being on with us this late. And we'll get my boy Blue Moon on real quick. Try to wrap this thing up. Hey, me and Coach Nitty can go all night, man. I'm just it's on y'all, but go on get in there and let us know how you feel.
Hey,
Blue
what's
Moon.
going on, fellas? I think the last caller was a little hard on the defensive coordinator because nobody the past 2 years has stopped Tennessee from running the ball. It's just that's what Heupel likes to do, spread you out to run it. And you ain't got to change the defensive coordinator over that. It's just Pittsburgh kind of slowed us down with that. And I heard you all talking earlier about the hit that Bryce Young took from, I guess, Amari Thomas, how y'all thought that was a dirty hit. Is that what y'all were talking about earlier? Said that should have been a penalty?
Right. Yeah, the helmet, yeah.
Well, we got one of those last year when I don't know if it was Will Anderson or not, took Hooker's head off. No penalty, no flag, didn't even review it. So.
Okay, and I understand that, and that's cool. The thing is, they reviewed this. Now, if they reviewed y'all, seen it, went helmet to helmet, and refused it, that I would be pissed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of plays go uncalled. You know what I'm saying? Both sides, we understand that. But this one got reviewed, and the quarterback is the sexiest position right now. I don't know. Whether they call it or not don't make or break me. But I'm saying because of how they've been calling the quarterbacks, both levels, NFL and college, we would think that only after review, that we get that call. And even though we didn't, we still managed to take control over that game. So we ain't tripping on that call. Our thing is you stop play to look at it. This boy could have hit my man anywhere on the body. Anywhere. He ain't getting pushed into him or nothing. And he hit me in my head first.
That hit looks twice as bad because he fell on that right arm on whoever was on the ground. That's what made that hit look worse.
The hit looked bad because his helmet hit our helmet. The hit looked bad because his helmet didn't hit my chest first or my stomach first. It hit my head first. The fact that he fell on the other player and almost got whiplash, that just make it that much worse. But we ain't even studying that. We talking about the fact that your helmet from your 500-pound rusher hit my Heisman quarterback heads first. And even after that, we still here saying Roll Tide, and we still took ownership of the game. We just didn't win it. Roll Tide. Derek, how you feeling? Talk to me.
Coach, how you doing? Huge fan. Coach to coach. I don't know if you know this, but I coach middle school in the Birmingham area. I just wanted to say, first of all, huge fan. I see Bo Scarborough's.
I appreciate that, Derek.
Bo Scarborough's in here. I just want to also say, huge fan. We have a lot of our boys. They look up to you. They're big Birmingham Stallions fans. Hope to see you back in the league. If not, I hope to see you doing big things. So I just want to go ahead and break down, coach to coach here. So one thing that's really thrown me off is we got to get rid of our defensive coordinator. Is there any shot we could bring back Pruitt?
I mean, that's what everybody been screaming. If you pay attention to, I fall out there. Everybody, when we have these type recaps, that's the name. Everybody want Pruitt back in. We've been hollering, pulling up with the U-Haul outside the Golden House for a minute. We started calling them Pete Platinum this year, but that was because I guess we hadn't faced anyone. The one team we had faced, that could give us problems going in was Texas, and we knew how that would be. And we blamed it on the fact that they had a little speedster, and we thought, okay, maybe they just got this Hollywood Brown speedster over there that nobody can stop. And then Tennessee came and said, man, it ain't just him. All of us got this. We all know y'all kryptonite.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I got a friend that's pretty close to Pruitt. He actually came out and scouted a little bit of my middle school practice. Just wanted him to see a little X's and O's, what some defense would look like. Also taught him a thing or two about how to play a full hand of poker. But yeah, man, he's a great guy, great mind, man. Good look, man. You wouldn't believe he's starting to grow some hair back too, man. Guy's looking good. But let me tell you something. There's something I watched that game. I would say I probably watched the replay for, I don't know, man, maybe 72 hours here, there, in and out. It's hard on a middle school coach's salary and all, I could barely pay my electric bill. But let me just say, if something occurred to me, it's pretty damn obvious that, one, I've been listening to this thing all night tonight. You don't know jack shit about what you're fucking talking about. Tennessee's receivers just straight up beat the shit out of Alabama's DBs.
And we said that. So what are you saying new? You ain't said nothing new but what we already said. We didn't even touch them. They ran straight passes. So you did that big intro to say what we already said and what we mad at ourselves about. What are you saying? Go and join some of your podcasts over there, some of your platforms over there, and you talk that with your buddies. After y'all kiss each other in the mouth. Don't bring that over here. We straight. We already on here incriminating ourselves for what we going through. What are you talking about? We already spoke on that. The jury has we already punished our own players for that. What have you said anything new outside of curse with it? You just cursed with it and said it from the other side of the fence. And I'm going to let you stay in here to hear it. I ain't going to even boot you just yet. Sissy. Why you on here trying to make a big intro and ain't said nothing? We already said shout out to Tennessee. The man came in here from Tennessee. I told him to speak his noise. Say what he wanted to say. I gave him the platform. We ain't got time for no dummies in here. You probably know about 3 people on Twitter. Don't try to come on our platform and get famous. Boy, get out of here. We ain't even giving you no more seconds or no time. Derek. Anyway, like I say, roll tide. 17 penalties deep and still had these fools crying at the end of the game until they seen our all-star kicker miss a kick. All of them thought it was over. And now you got the audacity to come in here with your chest poked out. Boy, get you a needle and pop that chest and let that air out. You messing with the wrong boy, but this the GOAT. Your voice don't matter over here. I got the voice. Who are you? Get for real. We already gave Tennessee their roses for a game we helped them beat. You ain't said nothing new. It's Coach P, a.k.a. Go Dope. Like, I don't know what time it is. They are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. So if you want to crown them, we'll crown their asses. But they are who we thought they were. Am I right, Coach Nitty?
Hey, man, you totally right, bro. Totally right.
Now he gonna steal the stage from the coach. Man, you ain't gonna do nothing but rile me up, man. I need you to let you back in so you can get some energy in my body. It's been a long night. We starting to wind down. You want to crank me back up? Dummy. but it came in saying the same thing we said, but added some curse words to it. Man, get out of here, man. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Coach Nitty?
Man, I'm just ready for this Mississippi State game, man, and see what the change is. What we gonna move around? We got to move some folks around. We got to get some nuts and play some ball.
We're going to have to, man. Some got to change. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, against a passing team or a team with passing capabilities, it did look broke. But I'm going to tell you this, though. Like my boy said, moving the boys out there wide if we ain't used to it, especially having to put a linebacker or some stretch out there because they so far out across the field, it can be hard to stop. But they can be stopped. Even if you take away all the penalties, we still beat them by 21, even with that style of offense they running. We still beat them by 21.
Yep.
All we got to do is take away the big plays. If they score touchdown, cool, but don't let them just throw it down the field easily.
Easily. 3 plays. Them boy went 3 plays, 90 yards.
And that's why I say, who are these guys? Are they dope receivers? Are they no-name? What are they? Because we didn't even touch them. They didn't even knock them off their route.
That ain't Bama football. That ain't
Bama football, man. You can't never get any team that many opportunities. We go play Deion Sanders' team tomorrow, and we gave them 17 penalties. They might stick around in that game. If not, we might beat them by 60. With 17 turnovers, they probably in the game, or it ain't that much of a lead. Any team. It don't got to be the number 6 team in the nation. It don't got to be a top 25 team. Any team. Give us 17 penalties, we go beat you by 60. When y'all finally do stop us, y'all go make a penalty and give us another try? Do that to us, 17 of them.
Game over.
We had 130 penalty yards, but like I say on my video, a lot of them times we was going half the distance to the goal. We couldn't even get all the penalty yards we supposed to get. We got 130. It could have been 140, 150. We was running out of yards to get. Any team we face go be in the game. And y'all talking about the number 6 team that put out the best product that they feel they done put out in a while, and we get them 17? Yeah, I think they can stay in the game. And we still dominated it at the end. We shot ourselves in the foot. That no matter what a Bama fan can say, you should have passed, you should have ran it. We lost the game. Y'all done blocked the field goal and run it back. We missed it. Y'all didn't chip, y'all didn't put a finger on it and knock it to the white. We just missed it. We still supposed to win the game after all that. Let you know how much better of a team we are at when it's all said and done. Something that dumb Tennessee fan can't argue. At the end of the day, we still a better team after all that and still supposed to win the game. Y'all didn't block the field goal. We just missed it. One of the best field goals we done had, field goal kicks we had in a while. So after all that crap we did that night to help y'all out, we still had the game in our hands. In our hands. Man, please. It's Coach P, a.k.a. Goat Dope, one half of the unofficial assistant coach. You might know me as Coach Oos on the radio. Ooh, so shout out to Coach Nitty. Shout out to Coach B. Shout out to Coach D. Unofficial staff in the house. We'll see y'all out to Mississippi State. Like I said, going down here to see Mr. Will Rogers and the mad scientist, Mr. Leach. Well, I ain't going to put no Mr. on his name, but yeah, we is going down here to see these guys. And we're going to see how we do. See if we tighten up anything in this defensive backfield or we just go keep everything as is. But as of now, we see what they don't and say what they don't. It's chess, not checkers. We see y'all out there at Mississippi State. And tell that fool Derek don't ever come back on my platform again. You dummy. Bow!